I'm not being able to log into portal.
You have the login credentials, sir?
I do have, but it's throwing error. So I pinged the error message.
I will go ahead and send. I'll ask my team to forward your credentials once again for you. They'll do it right away. Within 1 or 2 minutes, you'll get the credentials. And we are live now. Smita, you can announce the presenter, or we can start.
Nitin, send it to Rakhi also.
Yes, yes.
Rakhi also.
Yes, yes.
Okay, good afternoon to all. We are starting with the category Best Media Innovation, Best Use of Emerging Technology for a Media Solution. And this duration will be 7 minutes per presentation. Starting with the first presentation, the entry ID is 2253 and the brand is Johnny Walker. Over to the presenter.
Once you're ready, please let us know.
Yeah, can you see and hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, can I start?
Yes, you can start. Your time starts now. All the best.
Humans are social animals. We have heard this for years, but have we understood what it truly means? In 2020, we spent close to 2 years locked in our homes with limited interactions and experiences of the outside world. Our young millennial now started giving a spotlight on boring everyday life events. And this explained the meteoric rise in digital users, all-time high MAUs, and high time spent across multiple channels, especially on social media. The new consumer behavior is not about just creating experiences, but Instagrammable experiences. If it's not on the gram, then it has not happened. Social media's like, share, and comments are now an integral part of their mental well-being. But why was this happening? Behavioral experts have recorded this phenomena during COVID as looking glass self. What it means is we never truly see ourselves. We need a reflection from others to understand who we are. Experts say this releases more dopamine and oxytocin than even when we drink or smoke. So how do we create Instagrammable experiences in a way that they don't find us preachy? And how do we do as an alcohol brand with plenty of restriction that comes with us? Hi, I am Rajesh Deshmukh, here to talk about how we helped our flagship brand, Johnny Walker, rekindle brand talkability. A brand that stands for keep walking no matter what the adversity is. During COVID, when brand talkability was under pressure for established brands, the opposite was happening with younger brands. Research showed that brand talkability influences higher brand trials. Hence, the task for Johnny Walker was clearly to increase its talkability. And what better than to exhibit our own brand distinctive asset, the Striding Man, that has resonated best with the consumers for generations. This meant we had to create a social experience that flaunts the Striding Man in a never-seen avatar and to make it instantly Instagrammable. On New Year's Eve of 2021, when people were coming out and partying after 2 years, it was a perfect occasion for us to make it memorable for young millennials. We created a mesmerizing one-of-a-kind Johnny Walker drone show by exhibiting a countdown of the celebration at one of the biggest party destinations in Goa. Over 500 drones lit up the sky, spanning over 13 minutes to form the Striding Man and to deliver a message that encouraged its audience. No matter what the situation is, keep your head high and keep walking in 2022. The show was taken live on YouTube and Meta to garner more reach, along with a very strong PR plan. What it gave was pure magic. The drone show went viral on social media, garnering 8 times more engagement than an average benchmark of 3 to 4 times. The brand talkability index went up by 30% from 86 to 112. The unintended positive consequences went up by 300 basis points amongst the young millennials. Now, let us look at the AV to get a glimpse of this show.
During COVID, millennials were longing to come out of their virtual lives and experience the present. Their life revolved around endless posts and stories through social media and validation by their peers. The new consumer behavior was not about creating mere experiences, but about creating Instagrammable experiences. If it's not on the gram, it didn't happen. As an alcohol brand, Johnnie Walker wanted to capture an unforgettable Instagrammable experience this New Year's Eve without hampering their party experience. We chose the most favorite party destination, Goa, to create one of its kind, never done before drone show to showcase Johnnie Walker's Keep Walking spirit in the skies of Goa. Rather than taking up terrestrial branding space where most brands would be present, we took the aerial route. We can't get through one virtual meeting without a tech glitch. Now imagine the complexity of planning the whole drone show, not with just 10, 100, 300, but with 500 drones in the air spanning for over 13 minutes. Let's look at the rigor that created this magic. We obtained permissions from various civic bodies. We finalized a storyboard that formed the blueprint of the entire show. Using AI, the flight paths of the 500 drones were synchronized into a specific formation to create the striding man that stands for Johnnie Walker's iconicity. Standing over 800 feet tall, the striding man walking from left to right and featuring the countdown for 2022 was a spectacle to behold. This was the most Instagrammable moment of 2021's New Year's Eve. This wasn't a day's job. It took multiple rehearsals, numerous trials and synchronizations to be perfected on the New Year's Eve. This spectacle inspired people to hold your head high and always keep walking, pandemic or no pandemic.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Moving on to the second presentation. The entry ID is 2241. And the brand is Kamasutra condoms. Over to the presenter.
Yeah, we'll just share our screen.
Thank you.
Is it visible?
Yes.
One second, guys. Okay. So hi everyone. So am I audible enough?
Yes.
Okay. So after a very good round of drinks with your partner, what's the next best thing that comes to your mind? And yes, here's what we have a conversation about to talk to. Hi guys, I'm Mehul and I'm here to help you understand things related to sex. Don't worry, we won't be deep diving into actions, but the conversation that revolve around it. So what are the general challenges that a sexual wellness category faces in India? First and the foremost, hesitation and shyness that speaks about the product, the taboos that we show and talk about these products. And this comes up with various media restrictions about promoting this category. About Kamasutra, it is a 31-year-old Indian-grown brand, not from Singapore or from England, but from Mera Bharat. We are perceived to be old-fashioned and outdated, so we are on a journey to change it. Kamasutra has been dominated by global brands, which gives Kamasutra a cutthroat competition. Kamasutra is specialized in communication around sexual wellness, which is generally booed down by public. So how do we come up? So all the topical content by the content creators, followed by various brands, talk about day-to-day topics. which is a big no to us. Kamasutra focuses on sexual wellness, the art of making love. So who are these thirsties? They are digital first, seeking engagement through entertainment, who have an unbounded relationship with their smartphones. They prefer visual conversation and express emotions through stickers and memes. They are early adapters and which focuses on crypto and NFTs. So the exchange of informations through the generation have been evolved. Their conversation have been evolved through kabutar ja 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 to just dropping a text by. And here's how. It all starts with a hey, turns into how was your day, turns into meet at my place, turns into you and me drinking rosé. And then the story follows. So it is really difficult to find the right emoji at the right time with its relevancy. I don't want to send my partner an eggplant emoji, and then when I come home, she's having a bengan ka bharta. WhatsApp has over 3,600 emojis, and finding the right one can be challenging. And we got a solution right here, reaching out to our kings and the queens with contextual brand communication on their favorite platform, WhatsApp, resulting in active brand integration with long-lasting impact. Kamasutra made sexting easy. Kamasutra had an innovative way to introduce the sexting that a normal Gen Z and millennial uses, with simple yet attractive pop text and stickers, because foreplay is a game. Dude, in fact, the stickers were so engaging, we had to launch our own NFT collections. To explain it further, we have our own AV, which we would like to enlighten with you.
Sex. Now that we have your attention,
Let's talk about sex, baby.
sex is a hotter topic on Google, with users searching more about it than topics like fashion, movies, and even cricket. Yet is frowned upon by the society. Indians are having enough sex to produce 69,000 babies every day. Clearly, the legs are up, but the appetite to speak about it is not. India, despite introducing the world to ways of indulging in sensual pleasure and the art of making love through the ancient texts of Kamasutra, there is a huge embarrassment. If spoken about in open forums, brands use sensual and erotic connotations to attract consumers. However, for Kamasutra condoms, which has always been in the pleasure zone, bringing an elevated and sensuous lovemaking experience on media has always been a challenge. When we combine sensual and the word Kamasutra, boom, we get a middle finger. Our communications have faced numerous disapprovals across major media platforms. And, surprise, surprise, this includes the big daddies, Meta and Google too.
ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੁੱਤਾ ਟੋਮੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੁੱਤਾ ਕੁੱਤਾ
The web is biased, and the censor cuts down anything that has to do with our brand. We wanted to bring in the big O's out in the open. In such a walled environment, how does a brand connect to its core consumer? A Nielsen report suggested that Gen Z and millennials, who are our core consumers, spend more than 4 hours on social media in the privacy of their mobiles. They are constantly binging on social platforms by connecting and texting their peers. In addition to that, the mobile is their gateway to knowledge of topics they are afraid to talk about in public. In this context, how do we circumvent the disapprovals while leveraging this big insight and making the brand Kamasutra condoms part of their everyday lingo? With the help of technology away from the prime eyes, to provide a unique brand storytelling experience that was highly personalized and embedded in the consumer's personal space, we brought in conversational media into the picture. We designed exclusive Kamasutra branded content that was shared with 65 million plus Bobble keyboard users on WhatsApp.
Last 1
We
minute.
curated a custom keyword list that includes phrases like date, sex, love, and more, and made attention-worthy stickers. When one would text using these triggers, Kamasutra branded stickers were recommended. These stickers were lovingly received by the audience and quickly slipped into their daily conversations. The most engaged stickers were converted into NFT as collectibles and sold online, making Kamasutra the first ever player in the NFT space sexual wellness category. Collectors lapped up these NFTs, while the proceeds were driven to the Pathfinder charity. The NFT campaign blew us all away. The media went gaga over up below the proverbial belt approach. Reputable media outlets loved the fact that our users made pleasure a priority without being seen in public. When the society didn't let love bloom in the open, Kamasutra tore down the walls. It enticed and seduced users, tickled their fancy, and even let the shy ones become virtual lovers. And in the process,
We are not just entering into just NFTs, we'll be entering into metaverse soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, guys.
Thanks. Next presentation. Entry ID is 2240. The brand is Development Bank of Singapore, India, DBS India. Over to the presenter.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Reese
Just a
Almeida,
moment.
and in the next 7 minutes, I will be taking you all through a case study that reflects our efforts for a challenger MNC bank in India, DBS, on how we utilized machine learning and AI to drive up its performance campaigns that delivered not only quantity, but the right quality along with cost-effective acquisitions. A very famous quote by Claude Shannon: I visualize a time when we will be to robots what dogs are to humans, and I am rooting for the machines. All of us know there are some obvious biases and limitations that humans face over ML and AI. And some of the epitomes before we used ML and AI are: one, a human analysis concluded that RTG is only in metro cities, but our AI suggested otherwise, concluding that rural areas have huge potential, cutting out the obvious human bias. It is a common human notion that lower income groups do not have a high lifetime value, but our AI suggested otherwise, helping us tap into the segment and hence increasing profitability for the bank. Today's consumers are bombarded with choices, making it even more difficult to attribute returns on every campaign, especially for a brand who has been in the market for some time now, but is still an unknown. In such a scenario, a disruptive way of executing marketing campaigns has become so critical. It's no longer just about regular performance marketing, but also about harnessing all available resources you have to nudge your campaigns that extra mile. One such resource is data. It is essential to understand the context and the challenges the bank was facing. The Indian banking industry is so cluttered with more than 100 plus banks, from nationalized to cooperative, from PSUs to private banks, to MNCs and even the NBFCs, who are now offering products and services just as much as the normal banks. Every bank was offering standard but a plethora of products. All in all, getting a new acquisition for a bank has a great entry barrier. Therefore, the challenge for DBS for their retail banking was twofold. From a marketing perspective, one, quality, and two, quantity. Their existing strategy was very simple, relying on regular digital media to drive new acquisitions. This helped us in getting scale, but not quality. DBS has been Asia's safest bank for the last 12 consecutive years and has always relied on tech for its operations. We now wanted to leverage MarTech to battle with these challenges. Enter Nudge AI, our in-house proprietary tool. Nudge AI worked for us in a 5 simple step process. Step 1, we incorporated machine learning to study the behavior of its consumers by analyzing their high quality first party data with approximately 70 plus signals for 15 days. The audience was then segmented and ranked basis these as top quality customers, mid quality, and low quality. The attributes of top quality customers were then passed on as events and data signals back to the digital media platforms through our mobile measurement partner that provided an additional learning and inputs for the campaigns. And Shazam, it helped media performance partners like Google and Facebook to find similar people to the top quality existing customers we already had for the bank, which assisted us in getting high quality acquisitions along with maintaining quantity. presenting to you guys a short AV just to further understand how Nudge AI works. So sorry, just give me 1 minute. Hi, can you hear the sound?
No, we cannot hear this. I've paused your timer, don't worry. Just reshare the screen with the sound. I think you have not shared it with sound.
Any suggestions? I'm so sorry. Any suggestions? How can I add sound to this?
Just stop sharing it. Yeah, I just reshare it. While sharing itself, when you choose the screen, you'll get the option to share the sound.
I think I did that.
Just click on the share screen. There, the pop-up opens, right? There itself, share sound option is there on the bottom. On that pop.
I'm not getting that option actually.
Just a moment. Just click on the share button. Don't share it immediately. Click on the share. Once you click on the share, there the pop-up open, right? Yeah.
Got it. So sorry for this glitch.
No problem. Yeah.
So what we achieved was a 38% increase in quality acquisitions, 17% increase in average monthly account balance, which was a very critical quality KPI for us, and a 30% reduction in cost per acquisitions. That's it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation. Entry IDs 4 times 2, that is 2222, and the brand is Spotify.
Hello, just give me 1 second. I'll
No problem.
present it.
Let me know once you are ready.
Is this visible?
Yes.
Awesome. So we'll start. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I am Jiten Makwana, and I'm here to present to you our case study on the best media innovation and best case use of emerging technology. I think the slides are changing. We've all heard, of the latest in technology in all its forms. Technology is at the forefront of delivering cutting-edge solutions, but decoding it is a different task altogether. And then to use it to pioneer innovative solutions is a Herculean task for all of us. Well, not so much for Spotify. After having introduced a country of more than 1 billion people to the world's favorite music streaming app, Spotify wanted to step up and accelerate on the core experience, which is knowing the music listener and the music they listen to in and out. What was the task? The task on the table was to help the brand scale up and reinforce their product supremacy with an increase in MAUs and streams. Well, that was easier said than done, given the fickle attention span of our core Gen Z audiences. Also, standing out in the already crowded music streaming market was a challenge, compounded by the sea of clutter and lack of differentiated communication. Today's consumer, is very different. They are at different places all at once. Our underlying insight was that the music listening experience for individuals is unique and also a combination of different variables of where they are, what are they feeling, who are they. Spotify had to ensure that the year-end Wrapped campaign wasn't just a campaign, but an experience in itself. Thus, we didn't want to show just personalized creatives. We had to communicate to the audience that we can give them the most personalized music listening experience and that we understood each user in their own image, an absolute audience forward strategy. How, you ask? Well, we have more data than ever on how people behave, and we can use that data to personalize our communication and connection with content that converts across channels, thereby moving from mass generic content to individualistic content with our addressable content engine framework. So what is ACE and how does it work? Well, before we created the tech of ACE, there were a lot of solutions that promised and delivered personalization. However, they were only in the arena of one-on-one communication. What we needed was a tech that not only did this, but incorporated multiple other dynamics, like who the person is, where that person was, offline or online or any other channel, including the moment in which we reach out. ACE as a tech has the capability to assimilate all these diverse signals and combinations to give the most relevant message to the right person at the right time in the right place, and all of this in real time. We amalgamated planning inputs like the person, the place, the moment, which were married with segments, context, and triggers across different data sets to identify common signals and then passed on to the dynamic ad server in real time, not just where the signal is identified. If one wasn't working, we met them with another tonality just so that we can reach out to them with the perfect communication through the data capture and optimization loop. Voila. The hero element wasn't just personalization then, but personalized connections that we made with the users and with Spotify. And rightly so, we delivered more than 1,000 plus personalized combinations across 50 segments and 20 unique identified moments. Some instances were around, young people chilling at a coffee shop outside colleges were surprised with a romantic playlist. So did our innovation deliver on the goal? The answer is yes, it did. And how? The exceptional performance reinforced our belief in ACE as a tech-based scalable framework in delivering precision-led activations that are optimized to deliver on the planning objectives, thus in turn fulfilling Spotify's business goals. So let's see how we activated ACE for Spotify with an AV. I'm sorry, can you hear the sound again?
No.
Wait a second, sorry.
No, we cannot hear the sound.
You still can't? Okay, I have actually selected share with sound, but it's still, I think it's not working. Just give me 1 second. Sorry about this. I'm sorry.
The world's most popular audio streaming platform came to India in a new avatar, providing customized music experience to listeners who were already being courted by several other dominant players. To find a firm footing among the Indian audience at large, Spotify needed to strike a chord with them by offering music tailored to their local taste and enabling them to enjoy it with their friends and family. The objective was to garner a larger audience share, drive loyalty, and build brand advocacy. Spotify's audience research claimed that Gen Z and millennials were just the right cohorts to build much needed resonance and seed permanent consideration. On the one hand, we had RTG, desirous of highly customized music at their fingertips. And on the other were Spotify's future-ready algorithms,
Sorry, do this, Paul.
capable of offering just that. Sharply focused on the diverse consumer behavior, we needed an audience-first, data-led solution, as well as contextual, one-on-one dialogue with them. After all, a one-size-fits-all approach wouldn't just cut it. We put to play our real-time, person, place, moment media engine. For precise planning and dynamic execution to create an exponentially high number of unique communication pieces. Driving the campaign at an enormous scale, we hijacked listeners and phenomenally improved Spotify's user base and active streams. We showed India that no one knows the Indian music lovers better than Spotify.
Thank you. That's it. I just wanted to end it with Theodore Levitt's one note, which is creativity is thinking of new things. Innovation is doing new things. And that's exactly what we did for Spotify. Marrying innovation and creativity is how we fulfilled our goals. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation. The entry ID is 2231 and the brand is Nivea Soft Moisturizer. Over to this presenter.
Are you ready? Vishal, are you ready?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Yes, Vishal.
Am I
You
audible?
can hear me. Yes.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah. We have
Are you
grown
ready?
up watching movies
Go ahead.
every Friday. We make sure that we get an ample dose of Bollywood. If you have a Desi at heart, let me just ask you one question. What do you think these stars have in common? Let me tell you. They all have got their big breaks thanks to the mentor, David Dhawan, Subhash Ghai, and Karan Johar. Let us just think for a minute what all these three stars would have been doing today if these directors didn't pick them up for their big projects. These Bollywood stars are forever grateful and have acknowledged their mentors throughout their life. In today's day and age, where the world is online, Gen Z sought social spotlight. Aspiring Gen Z audience was seeking a platform where they can express and publicly showcase their talent. Like Karan Johar, David Dhawan, and Subhash Ghai, Nivea came forward and changed life of more than 1 lakh influencers by simply putting them under the spotlight through India's biggest and largest influencer hunt, Nivea Soft Fresh Patch. Nivea's approach was very simple. They just wanted to make user feel connected in deeper manner and became an enabler of their potential and talent. Good afternoon, respected judges. I am Vishal Thakkar and let me take you through the journey of more than 1 lakh influencers when Nivea gave them a platform to fulfill their dreams of becoming influencer on social media on the back of most innovative emerging technology. And yes, we did this in just 2 months.
Pandemic caused a massive slowdown in the sale of body care products. Nivea too was no stranger to the aftermath. Severe competition heat and dipping equity wasn't helping. Therefore, something had to be done before all was lost. Our goal was to increase awareness by 15% for the sub-brand Nivea Soft, drive purchase intent by 3%, drive penetration by 100 bps. The rise of social media in Bharat has led to a new type of celebrity, the social media influencers. Today's social media platforms have propelled the ordinary Gen Z youth to a spotlight that simply could not have been actualized elsewhere. Our approach focused on putting the spotlight on our consumers. Thus was born India's biggest influencer hunt, Nivea Soft Fresh Batch. In order to ensure participation for Nivea Soft Fresh Batch, we needed a unique platform that would help us to put the spotlight on our target group. After TikTok exits, Indian apps like ShareChat, Moj were rapidly gaining momentum in Tier 2 and 3 markets. Basis research, we found that 180 million user base was lying unexplored and was completely overlooked by our competitors. We joined the bandwagon and created a platform that gave them a stage for authentic expression. Technology was the center of our execution in this platform. We designed an AR filter incorporating 4 key personas: fashionista, entertainer, sporty, and smarty, based on consumer dipstick study. For media amplification, we supported the Moj campaign through social media campaigns, celebrity content push, influencer participation via reels, etc. The AR innovation was one of a kind, industry's first initiative done to recruit participation for an initiative. We managed to find a fresh, unexplored terrain and media channel by strategically studying the audience media consumption pattern. We saw an overwhelming response from our audience in the one-on-one masterclass arranged for in Mumbai, where they shedded tears of joy on the lifetime support extended by Nivea in their influencer journey. The biggest challenge we faced was due to the organic and user-generated nature of the campaign. We received massive numbers of entries from the male audiences, whereas the actual target group was female. The issue acted as a boon, where we were able to collect data and insights for our sister brand, Nivea Men's Cream. In 2023, we will be extending this initiative to Nivea Men's Care line too. We exceeded our penetration objective by 30%. We increased the market share by 1%. As per Nielsen study, campaign saw 77% lift in awareness and 32% lift in purchase intent. Message association. 97% of the respondents correctly associated the brand Nivea with the hashtag #FreshBatchHunt. Campaign reached out to 157 million, which is 3x of the planned reach numbers. Total video views delivered were around 9.35 billion. 1.27 lakh female user successfully published the content on their social media by using Nivea's branded lenses and tagging Nivea's hashtag. Nivea became India's #1 skincare brand.
Similar to Govinda, Jackie Dada and Alia are thankful to the mentors. We observed resounding response from our influencers at the one-on-one masterclass organized for them in Mumbai, where they sobbed with joy over the support provided by Nivea in their influencer journey. With help of latest emerging technology, thousands of user-generated content were created and participants had a positive say on the campaign. Our influencer went to the social media handles and told everyone about the life-changing moment and thanked Nivea for providing that spotlight which helped them achieve their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation, entry ID is 2297 and the brand is KFC India.
37A, 889.
Hello, is my screen visible and am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm good to start.
Just a moment.
Yeah.
Let you. Yes, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here to present you a story from the house of KFC India, where we disrupted the QSR industry through a very small innovation. Let's start with understanding what the brand challenge was and what were we really tackling. And the problem that we were tackling was regarding the KFC app, especially because KFC as a brand is available through other aggregators, the likes of Swiggy and Zomato. The consumers lacked a reason to download and be on the KFC app. There might be certain discounts, there might be certain reasons that get them onto the app, but we as a brand couldn't acquire and retain users for a longer period, given that the proposition was almost the same, right? So while we wanted to address this problem and we wanted to address this query, we realized that the situation that we were tackling was this. The first problem or the first situation that we were tackling was that the category was a bloodbath of offers. The category still is a bloodbath of offers. We all see multiple instances of brands trying to get a better offer than the other, and the category is drowning in discounts, making it impossible to differentiate between the offers that different brands offer, right? You get onto a McD app or a Burger King app or a Domino's app or Swiggy Zomato for that matter. You will always see a coupon code available, and that is the code for the category today. And the reason that the category is actually doing this is the consumer itself. We all can admit how we're so used to discounts today. We expect discounts as a hygiene. An app does not give us a discount, we're not going to stay on the app. So the ability to access offers and deals, to be able to track and earn loyalty points, and to also skip the queue in the case of using apps for physical visits is the biggest reason that consumers ever own apps. So there is a category on one hand which is spoiling the consumer with discounts, and there is the consumer on the other hand not accepting anything but a discount as an entry point into ever downloading an app, right? And the other problem or the other situation that we were tackling was the time that we wanted to do this was IPL. So the category, the environment was a period where we were in the midst of an SOV war between multiple QSR brands. We all know how the IPL season is a time for brands like Swiggy and Domino's to shower us with offers as well as entirely crowd the media environment. So keeping these three situations in the center, which is the category situation, the consumer situation, and the environment, we really needed to answer this and build a differentiator for the KFC app. And hence we came up with our value proposition, which is to build a delivery app that not only gives you rewards, but also a rewarding experience. You don't just come on the KFC app to get a discount, but to make your experience rewarding. And here is how we use a simple technology to actually answer this.
This cricket season, download the KFC app. How's that chill out? Discounts later. How's that?
It's the last ball of the match. And he's in a six!
How's that?
This cricket season, download the KFC app. How's that chill out? Discounts later.
How's that?
And here is how we implemented this really super simple technology. Using microphone permissions on the KFC app, we recorded the decibels of the user screaming, "How's that?" We then mapped those decibels into different intervals against discounts. So a lower decibel interval, one, for example, would get a 10% offer code and so on. And one could then claim the discount basis is decibels recorded. So this disruption and this innovation is a clear indicator that technology doesn't always need to be complicated to give you results. It can be a simple use of technology, not necessarily using larger than life technology solutions to create results. Because what we did was, through the use of this simple technology, we got a 5-time return on ad spend. Our revenue grew by 26%, primarily from the How's That coupons. We got 1.2 lakh people to actually scream How's That on the app and claim their discounts. There was a 20% growth in new app users and a 30% growth in transacting users. So are you all ready for season 2? Because with IPL 2023, it's time for you all to download the KFC app, scream "How's that?" and claim discounts to get your nearest Zinger burger. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, entry ID is 2229 and the brand is Colors TV.
Guys, let me know if you can see the screen.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Shall I begin?
Yeah, just a moment.
Sure.
Let's give a moment to the jury to complete their scoring. You can start. Your time starts now. All the best.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kapil Mathur. I will be presenting the case study for Colors TV. Viacom 18's Colors TV have been entertaining families for years and has led the way when it comes to innovative shows. From adrenaline-pumping Khatron Ke Khiladi to the unadulterated drama of Big Boss, Colors TV has got audience's attention. The Big Picture was also a unique show that made people look at the images from a different perspective and pay attention to finer details of an image. A picture speaks 1,000 words, and that's exactly what the show concept was based on. In this show, the contestants were given a choice of topic varying from sports to history to geography, etc. to answer the questions from. Contestant had to answer 12 questions correctly to win the grand jackpot of ₹5 crore. 12 questions. This show also marked the debut of Ranveer Singh on small screen as the show's host. He's extremely energetic and is loved by millions across the country. Besides having a fan following of 40 million plus on Instagram and 14 million on Twitter, Ranveer is also tech savvy, like majority of our youth. This was a perfect opportunity for Colors to use such a lovable celeb while devising the promotion strategy for the show. We knew that while the show format is unique and has one of the most popular Bollywood stars as the face of the show,
there was still a clutter of other popular shows to break and stand out. On top of it, the show launch was right amidst IPL. The time slot of the show also posed a challenge, as it was slotted against popular reality shows and world television premieres on competing channels. We had to be more innovative now while promoting the show to stand out from the clutter, to be noticed and remembered. With this challenge in hand, we had two observations going while planning the marketing campaign. First observation was that today's youth, who are our core audience for the show, are not attentive to one-way brand communication, and to get their attention, you must involve them. Second observation was that they are comfortable with technology. They look out for things that make them appear cool and stand out on social media, and they do respond well to customized or personalized messaging. This led us to the insight that if you tell them, they forget. Show them and they may remember. But if you involve them, you will leave a mark forever. Marrying this insight of involving our audiences through technology and harnessing the fan following of Ranveer Singh, we came up with the idea of using video cloning tech to have Ranveer Singh talk to each of his fans individually, inviting them to watch his show. And hence RSVP for RSPV, Ranveer Singh's personalized video. Let's have a look at the AV to understand the bigger picture.
Colors, one of India's biggest GEC channels, known for pioneering innovative show formats, was launching India's first visual-based quiz show called The Big Picture. The show was hosted by one of India's biggest youth icon and celebrity influencer, Ranveer Singh, who was also making his television debut with this show. Ranveer Singh enjoys unprecedented levels of success and love in India today. He's a face that cuts through age, gender, and class. He's the most marketable Bollywood celebrity in India, and one cannot ignore his energy and voice. So making him the face of the campaign was a no-brainer. Consumer insights revealed that today's youth is indifferent to marketing communications that are one-way and does not involve person advertisers are talking to. In the vast sea of brands today that are trying to force their communication on people, we did not want to keep our communication unilateral. The insight we cracked upon was, tell them and they forget. Show them and they may remember. Involve them and they will follow. We married a consumer understanding with this insight and added a seamless layer of innovative digital technology to craft one of the most encapsulating campaigns in recent times. With AI raising the bar to hyper-personalization, we came up with a big solution of Ranveer Singh personally inviting each and every person who interacted with our marketing communication. Here is how we did it. There were 4 elements to the whole process. A digital campaign that targeted relevant audiences across platforms and got them to a tech-enabled platform. The platform took in details of the user like name, their phone number, and their topic of interest as an input. The input was then onboarded on an AI-based video cloning interface at the back end, which created the personalized video. This personalized video was then shared back to the user on their phones via WhatsApp and SMS. Speech learning videos were recorded with Ranveer, where he read thousands of lines of text. Using the hours of video content recorded, the video cloning AI then created a personalized video based on the user input from the hours of content we recorded. While doing this, the technology had to ensure no foul language or inappropriate content was fed in by the user. All of this happened within minutes, and what the user had on their phones at the end was a personally addressed video invitation from Ranveer Singh to watch The Big Picture on Colors.
Hi Muskan, hi Yogesh, hi Rupa.
Which they could brag about by sharing with their friends, relatives and peers on social media. Our campaign concluded with whopping results. In a span of 3 days, we reached out to 20 million audiences, out of which we got 2 million audiences interested on our platform. This idea became a milestone in creating personalization at scale, with more than 5 lakh personalized Ranveer Singh videos created during the campaign period. If Ranveer Singh had to send 5 lakh videos to his fans, it would take him over 8,000 hours of recording. We did this mammoth task in a matter of few minutes. This campaign was organically talked about and is also a broadcast media case study on how celebrity power can be harnessed to influence and connect with audiences personally at scale. And this is how India saw the big picture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation. Entry ID is 2285 and the brand is Cadbury Celebrations.
Let me know once you can see my screen.
Yes.
Just one moment. Okay.
Are you ready?
Can you see my screen and hear me well?
Yes.
Okay.
You can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shreya Bhave, and I'm here to tell you why Cadbury Celebrations once again spent crores of rupees to make an ad that was not just a Cadbury ad. Cadbury Celebrations is a gifting brand that thrives purely on occasions and festivals. 2/3 of the business comes from just Rakhi and Diwali, and majority of that comes from small neighborhood stores which look forward to festivals like Diwali for a windfall. But just few months before Diwali 21 came the deadly second wave, where lakhs lost their lives and livelihood, bringing businesses to a grinding halt. We had faced a similar situation during the first wave, wherein the consumer sentiment was weak as everyone was coping with grief. With the focus being on essentials, the online Goliaths provided heavy discounts and won big, whereas the small online retailers struggled to make the ends meet. And that is why in 2020, we tried to help the small businesses by creating an ad that was not just a Cadbury ad. We leveraged the power of emerging technology to automate and help thousands of small businesses come online and advertise for them, urging people to buy from local shops. I know a lot of presenters today mentioned they use personalization in real time. I'm so glad that we could inspire them with what they did back in 2020. The campaign delivered phenomenal results for Celebrations and for the small retailers too. While it was a success in 2020, we also had a couple of learnings. Firstly, the need for scale. Yes, we covered 1,000 stores, but for every store we covered, there were hundreds that we couldn't. Secondly, shopkeepers were managing majority of their businesses over WhatsApp, from taking orders, giving delivery updates, and even sharing promotional messages. Hence, we needed to evolve with that too, and give them a promotional asset that they would feel proud of sharing within their circle. So, this time around, we aimed to make an even bigger impact and brought back not just a Cadbury ad with India's biggest superstar, Shah Rukh Khan. We got SRK to be the face of countless small businesses across the country. We brought together data, creative, and technology at a hyperlocal level to identify and partner with local stores from 5 of the most festive dependent categories, and fed this information real time as an input for the AI to model SRK's face movements and voice modulation to personalize the store names for every single store in every single ad. And we did this for a whopping 500 pin codes. We activated this across 3 platforms, effectively setting up 1,500 campaigns. And we did this without spoiling Diwali for our team, as we fully automated the entire data flow process, from passing the retailers information, making of the creatives for each location and category, making it relevant, pin codes, and finally setting up, reviewing, and activating all 1,500 campaigns. Further, to provide scale, we gave the power of technology to the people of India. We created a microsite for everyone to leverage our tech and create their own version of the ad that features Shah Rukh Khan as the brand ambassador for their local store. Allow us to show you how we brought this to life.
Big businesses and brands that suffered during the pandemic found their way back, but the smaller stores still suffer.
This lockdown has been a real tough phase of my life. I mean, I have seen bad days, but this was the worst.
Last year, we helped small businesses through Diwali. So this year, we decided to bring it back. presenting not just a Cadbury ad. This Diwali, we helped hundreds of small businesses by making India's biggest brand ambassador be their brand ambassador.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाले फैशन नोवा एम्पोरियम से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना।
Video is not playing.
Sorry.
Hello.
और फिर एम्पायर फुटवेयर, नाम तो सुना होगा, अपना स्टाइलिश चश्मा बगल वाले हेवन आई ऑप्टिशियन से ही लेना। सिद्धि विनायक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से लेटेस्ट स्मार्टफोन खरीदकर धमाकेदार सेल्फी पोस्ट करना।
क्या कर रहे हो? मीठा लाए कि नहीं?
लाया हो ना यार। अपने पास वाले रोशन किराना से आप भी अपना मीठा वहीं से लें।
We used machine learning to recreate Shah Rukh Khan's face and voice to take the local store names in the ads.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाले चॉइस ऑफ फैशन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना। पास वाले आजकल फैशन से ही, रॉयल फैशन से ही, एमके क्लॉथ्स से ही, पास वाली लक्ष्मी कलेक्शन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना। इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास।
Different versions of the same ad with local store names were targeted as per the PIN code of the viewer, showing them only the nearby stores. But it is impossible to cover all the stores. So we gave the power to the people to create their own version of not just a Cadbury ad. Any small business owner could promote their stores through their own social media networks like WhatsApp forwards and other social media pages.
हमारे आसपास की जो दुकानें हैं, उनकी दिवाली भी तो मीठी होनी चाहिए।
Cadbury Celebrations, not just a Cadbury ad.
Apart from the fact that every store owner was thrilled to see Shah Rukh Khan promote their store, we covered over 500 pin codes. Promoting 2,500 plus stores through the ad alone. Furthermore, a whooping 130,000 plus store ads were created by the users themselves. The campaign set towering benchmarks for all clients across CPG and also led to a spectacular rescue for our business as we sold 33 million packs, giving a 35% revenue jump. Oh, and we also garnered free PR worth $6 million. We were happy to contribute in a small way as the All India's Traders Confederation clocked a 74% increase in Diwali sales, the highest ever in a decade. The campaign also won 100 plus awards globally, 8 Grand Prix, and India's first ever titanium at Cannes, and also went on to inspire a few brands along the way. The campaign helped us realize how the right use of new and emerging technology can help people at large. Thank you.
Next presentation. Entry ID is 2244 and the brand is Cadbury Dairy Milk Silk.
Hello, is my screen visible? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not on full screen.
Yeah, I'm just, give me just 1 second. Is it visible now?
Yes. You can start. Your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Krishnaraj Ganesh, and I'm here to spill few secrets about love. We all have seen romantic Bollywood movies and its grand gestures of protagonists going to great lengths to express their love. This is exactly what drives our TG to go far for love. Cadbury Dairy Milk Silk for over a decade has positioned itself as a premium chocolate, an indulgent treat to be enjoyed with your loved ones. It has successfully become the second largest brand in the category. As we all know, Silk is a catalyst of love, inspiring Gen Zs not to just express love, but in fact go far for love. Silk's campaign always motivates people to act, participate, and share, because just one-way communication doesn't work with this audience. Gen Zs have seen tech take over many physical aspects of their life, moving from offline stores to e-com, CDs to Netflix and Spotify, and even replacing cash with UPI. Even when it comes to expressing love, they don't want to settle for their old tactics, but they look for personalized experiences. Almost all the marquee brands are vying for Gen Z's attention, with comms glorifying their product. Since Valentine's Day is a time-bound occasion, it leaves only a couple of weeks for everyone to try and dominate the space, leaving little time for Silk to create awareness, drive consideration, and even generate sales. To win the Gen Z's hearts during Valentine's Day, Silk didn't only need to speak the language of love, but it needed to do so in a way that it would be empathetic to the realities of young love. Silk's task at hand was not just to break the advertising clutter, but most importantly, to deliver the sales growth of 15% in just 15 days, which was a towering target to achieve. I am here to tell you how Silk connected with Gen Z to help them celebrate love this Valentine's Day. With a view to make Valentine's Day 2022 even more special for the young couples, Silk launched the Heart Pop Blush Pack to go far for love. But the reality today is the young love in India is often met with disapproval and is frowned upon. I am sure you must have all lied to your parents at some point during your dating ages. Also, considering the Indian culture, youngsters go to great lengths to hide their relationship from their families and friends, from hiding social media account from their family to saving numbers with different names to make random excuses for coming late. The trials and the tribulations of young love is endless. Parents think that they know everything about their kid, but do they? While Gen Zs look forward to plan this special day in full swing with over-the-top gestures, all of it is not possible, as often they keep their love life as a secret. Thus, Silk's strategy had to change from how far will you go for love with over-the-top gestures to how far will you go to make them blush secretly. Introducing Cadbury Silk innovative and unique campaign, Silk Secret Messages. Silk launched an industry-first innovation using its limited edition pack. We used the power of AR for couples to send hidden messages that could be only seen by the recipient. Gen Zs could simply scan the QR code on the pack, directing them to the microsite to write the secret message for the special someone. This message could be shared by the recipient with a link for them to read it. Now here's the catch. The eager recipient can only reveal the secret message when they click on the link to open the camera and they point their phone to the nearest Silk ad. Here is the glimpse of how we executed the campaign.
Well, we have a 16-year-old son. Girlfriend? No. He's too young for that.
Only studies and sports.
Yeah. I mean, we think that career comes first. He will have lots of time for romance later.
Thanks to this mindset of Indian parents, most young romances turn into secret romances. On Valentine's Day, Cadbury Silk, a brand that stands for young love, used AR to turn every Silk ad into a declaration of love. Cadbury Silk presents Secret Messages. The sender simply scanned a Silk pack, typed a cute message, and pressed send. The receiver simply pointed their phone at any Silk ad, and voila! The ad turned into the secret love message, which only they could see. Billboards, print ads, posters, and even TV ads could be scanned to reveal the secret message. And no parents objected, as none of them could see it.
The campaign was a huge success with over 1,000 million impressions generated to multiple touchpoints such as display, social media, audio, and video platforms, and 2.1 million people visiting the microsite. With the help of Silk's secret tech, for the first time ever, Gen Zs were in fact looking forward to interact with the nearest Silk ad, be it outdoor, TV, or even print, to share the special message with their day. Hence, the campaign received an overwhelming audience engagement with 1.5 million plus secret messages sent. The campaign also collected over 1 million unique identifiable first-party data that could be leveraged for future campaigns. It did not stop here. The campaign generated 1.5 million worth earned PR in just 15 days. We received an overwhelming response, resulting in 27% sales growth in limited edition pack over last year, correspondingly adding massive 12% growth in the revenue. In conclusion, Silk helped young love blossom in India, one secret message at a time. Thank you. Now, while that is one of the emerging tech, let's hear what the Leave Jobs has for us in today's keynote. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation. The entry ID is 2272 and the brand is Cadbury 5 Star.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Just give me a moment. I'll just quickly set up my screen.
Okay.
Just a second. Yeah, I hope my screen is also visible. And
yes.
Yeah.
You can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Emerging Tech event at the Leave Jobs Theatre. Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes in and changes everything. And while you've seen a few of this emerging tech so far, including NFT, AR, voice tech, and many more, there's one thing that's common in all of this. All this tech require you to do something, but not us. We at 5 Star believe in the philosophy of doing nothing, and we believe that you folks are already doing enough. And hence, we wanted for you to experience the power of doing nothing and how profitable it can be. So, again, what we're launching today, it's not an iPhone. It's something even more valuable, something that turns your downtime into a currency. Introducing Nothing Coin, the world's first digital coin that turns your chilling into a currency. Now, as we all know, Gen Z is crazy about cryptocurrencies. But let's get it real. Not everyone understands the nitty-gritties of cryptocurrency. Come on, I mean, it's confusing, it's complicated, it's cumbersome. But not anymore. Thanks to our engineering experts, dedicated designers, and do-nothing experts at the 5 Star HQ, they've made mining Nothing Coin so simple that you will feel as if you're doing nothing. It all starts with a scan of a 5 Star pack that leads you to a microsite where you simply have to enter your phone number. The moment you verify your number, the microsite will ask you to do nothing, as at the back end, the microsite tracks your accelerometer and tracks the amount of time that you are inactive with your phone. And the moment you are inactive, it starts mining Nothing Coins for you. So in simple words, you're again doing nothing while the coins are being mined. Now, while we would love to tell you about all the features that Nothing Coin has and what makes it different, let me talk you through the 3 key features that are most important for you to know. The first one being that there's no expensive hardware required to mine Nothing Coin. All you need is a pack of 5 Star and you're good to go. The second one being that there are no complicated algorithms. The more you do nothing, the more coins you can mine. It's as transparent as it could be. And the last one is that there's no dependency on Elon Musk. I mean, come on, everyone wants to be independent this year. So those are some massive features that the Nothing Coin has, but we hear you as our audience, we hear you as our consumers, and hence to make your downtime more valuable, we wooed India's biggest payment portal, Paytm, to start accepting Nothing Coins as a currency. We even opened a virtual mall so that you can redeem your Nothing Coins from the comfort of your home. And we went a little beyond that. We even opened the world's first experience center called the Nothing Coin Bank for you to chill and do nothing, away from all the chaos in the city. And as you know, collaboration is at the key of everything that we do at the 5 Star HQ. And hence, to make you believe in the power of doing nothing, we got financial influencers on board like Ankur Wariku, Neha Nagar, and many more. And that's not even the best part yet. The best part is that we didn't just launch one product, but the most incredible lineup till date. So you could do as much of nothing as you want to. And guess what? It comes at the most affordable cost, so you don't even have to think of selling your kidney anymore. But don't take my words for it. Let's play this exciting AV that our team has put together.
Investing in cryptocurrencies can be scary when it's your hard-earned money at stake. But what if you could invest something other than money? Something you actually have enough of. Nothing. 5 Star presents Nothing Coin. The first ever digital coin that turns your chilling into a currency. The longer you do absolutely nothing, the more nothing coins you mine. And the more you can spend. Doing nothing has never been so valuable. So if you think cryptos are the future, say hello to the future of the future.
Now, those are some massive numbers to prove the power of doing nothing in a world that always wants you to do something. And now, before we end this keynote, there is one more thing that I completely forgot to tell you about. For every 3 minutes of doing nothing, our emerging tech-enabled microsite mines one nothing coin. Now, I'm sure even hard work doesn't pay that much in today's time. And hence, I'll leave you with this thought that why do everything when you can simply do nothing and earn everything? Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Next presentation. Entry ID is 2254. The brand is Cadbury Celebrations.
Hi.
We can hear you.
Okay. I'll just share my screen.
Okay.
Can you see my screen, judges?
We can see the screen. Yes.
Okay, shall I start?
Yeah, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Rohan, and I'm here to share with you an incredible story of generosity and innovation from a renowned chocolate brand, Cadbury Celebrations, and how the brand extended this generosity during Raksha Bandhan. As we all know, Raksha Bandhan is one of the biggest celebrated festivals in India. where sisters tie Rakhi on their brother's hand as a symbol of commitment. And in return, the brothers promise to protect their sisters. But that's not it. Brothers also have to give their sisters some gift. And what better gift would one give than a pack of celebrations? All in all, this festival brings joy and happiness to the people who celebrate it. But wait, what about those who cannot celebrate this festival in the same way? This is Shubham, a boy who does not have upper limbs on which his sister could tie a Rakhi. Isn't it heartbreaking? In India, 2% people out of the total population are disabled in one way or another. And just like Shubham, there are significant number of kids with upper limb impairment. Judges, can you think of how many times so far in the day you have used your hands for doing routine things? Maybe 1,000 times. Now just imagine how would a person with no arms do these jobs in their day-to-day life. You might now think there are prosthetic arms available in the market. Yes, you are right. There are various options, right from passive prosthetic to bionic. But do you know how much these arms cost? A traditional prosthetic arm would cost somewhere between 35 to 50,000 rupees. And sadly, not everybody can afford them. Moreover, these arms only allow physical movement. For a festival like Rakhi, we wondered if this is enough. That's where Cadbury Celebrations stepped in. The brand partnered with a tech NGO to develop a low-cost prosthetic arm. But that's not it. The brand innovated. It added a sensor and a vibrating motor so that Shubham and kids like him can at least experience the feeling when someone touches their hand. This technology helped the kids experience the joy of tying Rakhi and enabled them to feel the love and warmth that comes with it. Let me show you how we brought this alive through an AV.
Many kids like Shubham have to live without limbs in India. And unlike other brothers on Raksha Bandhan, their sister can't tie a Rakhi on their hand. They miss the feeling.
मैं कभी-कभी सोचता हूँ राखी बांध के कैसा फील होता होगा। राखी के धागे बहुत सॉफ्ट होते होंगे।
हमारे हाथ का एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट फंक्शन होता है एहसास करना, फील करना। नॉर्मल प्रोस्थेटिक हैंड्स जो होते हैं उनमें कोई एहसास नहीं होता।
So for this Raksha Bandhan, the most celebrated sibling festival in the world, Cadbury Celebrations decided to do something special for them.
कैसे हो शुभम?
ठीक हूँ।
आप लोग ठीक हैं?
Cadbury Celebrations, in collaboration with experts, built a low-cost prosthetic hand enabled with flex sensors and a vibration motor designed to feel the touch of everything, even the threads of Rakhi.
फील हो रहा है? यहाँ पर फील हो रहा है? दोबारा ट्राई करें?
Lightweight prosthesis.
अब महसूस हुआ?
इस बार मैं अपनी सिस्टर को बहुत बड़ा सरप्राइज देने वाला हूँ। वो इस बार बहुत खुश होगी।
Published our creation on Cadbury Celebrations myfirstrakhi.com to make it accessible to others so that they can help children like Shubham feel the sense of touch.
We scaled the campaign beyond Rakhi by providing the solution to over 120 families. We saw more than 500,000 visits to our website in just 10 days. We promoted the campaign on various mediums and recorded some incredible results. The campaign's success garnered PR by top publications, worth $63,000. The campaign propelled the business to new heights. exceeding all expectations. Cadbury Celebrations. My First Rakhi.
The campaign was so impactful that Cadbury Celebrations saw a 1 percentage point increase in spont awareness and a 2 percentage point increase in consideration. Cadbury Celebrations My First Rakhi campaign was a testament to the brand's belief in inherent generosity and its commitment to extending it. This inspiring story goes beyond just a marketing campaign. It is a message of hope, kindness, and inclusivity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next presentation. Entry ID is 2287 and the brand is Luminous Power Technologies Private Limited. Over to presenter.
Yeah, hi. Is my screen visible?
Yes, but not the full screen.
Audio check?
It's not the full screen.
All right, just give me 1 second. Is it visible?
Yeah, we can see the screen, but not the full screen. So all the slides, sir, we can see all the slides.
You're not able to. Okay, give me 1 second because I think there's some network issue. 1 second.
Okay.
Is it visible now?
No. Below you have the option, right? Just beside the Zoom button.
Give me 1 second. Let me just retry again. I'm just trying with that only.
No, not zooming. Yeah,
This one. Yeah, this is exactly which I tried.
Beside that, just
Still. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Are you able to see my screen now?
yeah, we can see the screen, but your comments and everything we can see. That's it.
Okay. 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Let me just try disconnecting and stop share.
Yeah.
Better?
Yes.
1 second.
We can see the comments and everything.
Okay, 1 second. Why is it coming like this? Is it now or the comment is still coming up?
It's not on full screen.
Why is it not showing on full screen?
Can we do one thing? Can you sort this out by the time we will go at the next presentation?
Sure thing. Sure. Thanks.
Yeah. Shweta, please announce the next presenter, please.
Okay, so next presentation, entry ID 2259. The brand is Cadbury Bournvita.
Sure thing. Sure. Thanks.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Just give me a minute to set up my screen.
Sure.
Is my screen visible?
Yes. Just a blank screen.
Okay, great. Let me know when to start.
You can start. Your time starts now.
Children are 1/3 of our population and 100% of our future. So I'm sure you will be concerned when I say that 5 crore kids suffer from mental health issues every year. But it's not me who's saying this. This is an extract from a report by the Indian Psychiatry Society. Hello everyone, I am Jeenal and here I am to discuss an unacknowledged problem that children face. Over the last 2 years, while the world dealt with COVID, the situation among children simply got worse. The physical restrictions and schools being shut had caused social isolation. This impacted their formative years, which are crucial for their future success. Almost 40 crore children are at the risk of mental health issues. This was akin to a silent pandemic of mammoth proportions. Many families were dealing with an ongoing, pervasive sense of loss, including loss of loved ones, financial security, and work. This impacted the quality of relationships amongst parents and children, only worsening the situation. For decades, Bournvita has stood for progressive parenting, emphasizing the contribution of parents to children's aspirations. We couldn't just stand by and do nothing. To combat this hidden pandemic, we collaborated with the Minds Foundation. 3 insights emerged from our research. The first was that kids often show extremely modest symptoms of mental health issues. Even when they are obvious, they're frequently dismissed as temper tantrums or even worse, reasons to avoid studying. Secondly, mental illness is considered a taboo in India, often downplayed or hidden, fearing societal pressure. And then there isn't enough professional help or material available for parents to deal with the situation. These realizations made it possible for us to build a campaign which would address 3 tasks. Help parents identify the signs of mental health issues, normalize conversations around it, and distribute credible literature and provide access to professionals. The cornerstone of the media solution was to create large-scale one-on-one conversations around kids' mental health. We had to select touchpoints that not only had the ability to customize the message based on users' level of comfort with the topic, but also could give a private space required to drive conversations en masse. Thus, we created a chatbot. This helped us overcome multiple challenges that conventional media solutions were not able to address. Two-way conversations in a controlled environment and message customization were made possible with the chatbot. Considering the magnanimity of the issue we were trying to address, we onboarded platforms that would help bring scale to the campaign. These platforms serve as campaigns' entry points and help build us a seamless consumer journey. On Children's Day 2021, Bournvita launched Get the Message, a campaign aimed at overcoming the silent pandemic. We launched 2 films across digital platforms, showing how easy it could be for parents to miss the symptoms. The ongoing reality was weaved into these films. In an unexpected manner, the kids broke the 4th wall and started speaking to the viewer directly, asking them if they would like to continue the conversation on the chatbot. Upon landing on the chatbot that was built on WhatsApp, the conversations were personalized for the users in an interactive manner. Depending on each user's level of comfort with the topic, the chatbot informed them about the symptoms, what could be done, and even gave access to mental health experts. Above all, it provided a safe space for concerned parents. Similar user journeys were created on other platforms to help build scale for the campaign. Let's have a look at an AV on how this was brought to life.
The ongoing stress, grief, and uncertainty created by the COVID-19 pandemic has weighed heavily on our children and teens, and many are having a tough time coping emotionally.
The past couple of years have seen the rise of a silent pandemic of mental health struggles that paused the lives of children when they were locked indoors. Bournvita wanted to partner with parents to help them understand this subject. Bournvita presents Get the Message in association with Minds Foundation. We made films that showed how easily parents could miss the symptoms.
सबा खाना वैसे का वैसे ही पड़ा है भूख नहीं है देखो ये सब टैंट्रम सही चलेंगे ओके
The reality that kids find it difficult to talk to their parents was weaved into the film in an unexpected manner. When midway through the films, the kids asked the viewers directly for their permission to chat with them via a bot.
मम्मी से शेयर करना चाहती हूँ बट शी गेट्स एंग्री आपसे शेयर कर सकती हूँ क्या मुझसे बात करने के लिए प्लीज नीचे बटन पे क्लिक करिए और देखिए.
On the bot, the kids revealed what they were going through, educated the viewer in an interactive manner about mental health and its symptoms, and even gave access to mental health experts and psychologists on www.mankitayari.in. Along with a 24-hour toll-free helpline, we launched the bot during World Mental Health Month and got more than 1.5 million parents to interact with us, spending 3.5 minutes on an average for 2 months. Another 150,000 users signed up on website to know more. The toll-free mental health helpline touched the lives of 1,500 children during the pandemic. It's time we started paying closer attention to our children's mental health. Let's get the message.
Creative effectiveness, a seamless consumer journey, and an innovative media deployment led to 50% less cost of interaction versus benchmarks, setting an industry gold standard. Bournvita witnessed a 1.4 percentage points increase in penetration and a 2.5 percentage points increase in volume share over previous year. Get the Message initiative continues into 2023. More than 4 million parents have sought help from the chatbot, which is an important first step in improving children's mental health. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Luminous team is ready?
Yeah, hi. I'm ready.
Okay, so
Give me 1 second.
again the same case study. The entry ID is 2287 and the brand is Luminous Power Technologies Private Limited. Over to the presenter.
Sure. Give me 1 second. Let me just try sharing my screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
All right. All right. Audio is okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Fine. Hey, so sorry for the challenge. There was some technical glitch because of which I was not able to present earlier. So my name is Ashish. I'm here to present the Bijli Gul case study for Luminous India. So what comes in your mind when your AC stops working or you have a issue with your, there's a leakage in your bathroom or a flat tire when you're on your way to work or for an important meeting, right? We all have been through this and we all feel that there is a fix or immediate fix for the same. And what comes into our mind when there is a power outage, right? We all feel that in the need of the hour, if we had a power backup solution at hand, right? A power cut impacts our life in multiple ways, right? It also reflects in the form of like, we are facing problem or not able to watch a show along with our family, or suddenly we see the screen, which is pretty often when we used to work from home, right? So having power cuts means disconnected from the office calls or kids facing the same issues while connecting to their school sessions, right? So that's another challenge consumers used to face. Or the ACs or the fans stop working and you're sweating all the way when sitting at home during the power cut. Here's a real shocker. Like say 50% of all households in India face electricity outages few times a day, right? And the main part is people procrastinate in terms of purchasing a power solution or a backup solution since post there is a recovery of the power outage, right? We intended to reach out to these consumers or users, but the challenge was like, India is a diverse country and we have multiple dialects, multiple interests of the consumers across different part of India, right? However, there was another challenge that was to the precise moment at which we are able to reach out to them, which will be more impactful. Hence, every time when there was a power outage in the country, that was an opportunity for us to go ahead and connect with the consumer and propose the solution that Luminous is a one-stop solution for your power cuts. However, unfortunately, there was no data source available which the advertisers or brands can make use of to target these users at the moment of truth. And we also did not have much of budgets when it comes to spending or reaching out to these consumers and reminding them to purchase a power backup solution from Luminous. Hence, we work towards identifying a solution in terms of how we can connect with these users. We made a campaign called Bijli Gul, and here's the AV, which will showcase on how the activity went through. Just let me know if you're able to hear the audio as well.
Now, did you know 50% of all households in India face electricity outages a few times a day? A great opportunity for the brand to connect with the prospects, especially when they are facing power outage. Alas, an electricity outage, more so an unexpected one. Would you have to miss that important work call with no Wi-Fi? Would the supplies in your refrigerator stay fresh? Or would you break into a sweat without the air conditioner? The challenge here was reaching our customers in moments like these. Our objectives were determined. First, knowing exactly when a product was needed. Second, reaching only our potential customers. Third, communicating personalized messages. Fourth, and lastly, to let users know that there was a store near them. Might as well set out to purchase your power backup solution when you're waiting for the power to turn back on, right? Introducing Bijli Gul API, the first ever innovation to source real-time power cut and outage data to serve potential customers with relevant ads at just the right moment. So here's how it works. Urja Mitra, an official government website, provides all the data on scheduled and unscheduled power cuts across the country. Data on a Bijli Gul API would go on to make use of this. Here's what we did. First, we sourced all the relevant data from Urja Mitra through Bijli Gul API, which was filtered and organized the information to be readily passed onto a demand-side platform. Second, once organized, we leveraged the power of dynamic creative optimization to serve highly personalized ads to reduce customer inertia. Third, consumers who interacted with the ads were also directed to a store locator to find the nearest dealerships. All in all, we utilized a cohesive data flow and custom logic to bring all these elements together through the use of our dealer database, Bijli Gul API, DV360, and Google Creative Studio. Our campaign reached over 5 million users across 280 cities, designed to engage users before, during, and even after power cuts. So how did we perform? Let's just say it sparked up ample momentum, creating a win-win situation for the brand and consumers. First, an astounding 15% uplift in brand sales. Second, 2.8x higher click-through rates. Third, and more than 35% of website visitors were interested in finding the nearest dealerships. The innovations applied was the first of its kinds that brought it all together, a property that would continue to evolve in the years to come. But for now, here's to a nation that's always powered on. Bijli Gul, to yaad karo Luminous ko.
Last.
So here's how this campaign got executed with seamless data flow and custom logic to serve personalized ads for the impact. As we said, we made use of Urja Mitra, we made use of DB360 and dealer database. The DCO engine was defined with a custom logic to create copies. Sorry?
Time's up. Go.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next presentation, the entry ID is 2289 and the brand is Brew. Over to presenter.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
I'm just setting it up. Okay.
Can you see it?
Can you see it? Hello, can someone please confirm you can see it?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Blank.
Okay. So can we start?
Yes.
Good afternoon, juries. It's no surprise that boys are trained in their early ages, consciously or unconsciously, to hide their feelings. I'm sure you all would agree. Some research even suggests that boys as young as 2 years old start hiding their emotions just to seek approval from their own parents. While this issue begins at home, it solidifies through society and pop culture, who often turn their feelings into a comedic mockery. Over time, these boys grow into men, right? They eventually grow, who deals their emotions in the only way they know, which is to dismiss or disapprove of their feelings, or both. Inevitably, this spills into their romantic relationships and married life, where men either believe in dated value systems or struggle to express themselves. A lack of understanding between the couple develops because of this. And usually, and I'm quoting here, usually the wives are at the receiving end of this. This is the story of millions of married couples in India, where both parties fall victim to the double-edged sword of patriarchal impositions. But not all hope is lost. The younger generation of men like me are changing and becoming more open. They want to actively take charge of their partner's well-being as well as their own. But most of the times, they don't know where to start, right? I'm sure you all would agree with this, what is put on the screen. We have heard this when we were young men, right? Wait till you get married. She will make you her puppet. Yes. And it continues as we go on then tie the knots also, making the life of a married couple really hard. As one of the leading coffee brands in India, Brew has always celebrated unique moments in the journey of a married couple, right? By owning the messaging of happiness starts with Brew. However, in the key market of Tamil Nadu, where I come from, the patriarchy is deeply rooted. Husbands aren't as involved in the lives of their spouse, and there is a blatant lack of appreciation for women carrying the burden of the family and household duties. As the market leader, Brew recognized this issue and took an active step to change its advertising by showcasing a caring male protagonist who also brews a cup of coffee for his wife, right? It's so sweet. But is it actually enough? We knew we had to capture multiple touch points beyond 30 seconds and traditional advertising to bring about effective change through constant repetition. So, how could Brew showcase a successful marriage to couples, all while creating a safe space for men to get the guidance in the right direction, right? Presenting Anandam Arambam, the first ever branded fictional Tamil micro series, where we took our audience through a journey of a young married couple, all the way from their proposal to their first anniversary. This series showcased what a young and supportive duo actually should look like. To reach Bruce TG of age between 22 and 40, we partnered with India's leading OTT platform, Disney Plus Hotstar. We produced 8 micro episodes that were strategically placed in between the catch-up shows, where we captured the wholesome moments of Ram and Ranjani, all made better with a cup of coffee. Rajani's interests, insecurities, conflicts, and aspirations all had Ram's unwavering support. While the show set the standard for a good marriage, we wanted the audience to engage with our messaging firsthand and experience marital bliss in real life. But to reach a wider audience, we had to build an accessible and scalable solution. What's better than WhatsApp? We created an interactive WhatsApp chatbot that was connected with a call to action. When clicked, our protagonist Ram came alive to act as a guide who would help couples navigate marriage in today's context. Once the chatbot was opened, it was designed to target men and women differently. When it came to men, Ram quizzed the husbands and guided them on being a better spouses in different aspects of life, like household chores, career, or family. Every query was answered from the lens of a friend, a guide who would not judge them at all. The husband shares their wife's number on the chatbot, which would invite the wives for a special surprise. And for women, well, the wives could use this chatbot to express their emotions about their marital life, basis which a warm message was sent to the husbands to give them a silent nudge towards their wife's expectations. Once a query was resolved, the chatbot would stitch the perfect brew love note for the couple and lead them to the e-com page to buy brew and set up a perfect coffee date. Come, let's have a look at how we redefined an ideal Tamil husband.
Anandam Arambam, the happy beginnings of a new age couple, a supportive husband, Ram, and his modern wife, Ranjani, capturing 8 micro moments of their journey from confessing love to starting a new life to celebrating 365 days together, all over a cup of brew. While the show engaged viewers, we turned our protagonist Ram into a WhatsApp chatbot, a friend for real-life couples, asking them relevant questions and stitching their brew love notes that encouraged husbands to support their better halves. This is how it panned out. As Tamil Nadu were reminded again, happiness starts with a cup of brew.
Using the reach of OTT and the power of tech, we garnered massive traction in the Tamil market. The campaign resulted in a significant increase of top-of-mind awareness and consideration. The chatbot alone saw over 3 million couple interactions, aiding in immense first-party data collection. This campaign has continued to win across multiple Indian media awards. We not only resonated with the women who wanted to see seen and heard, but also with men who wanted to express. For a brand that has always stood for happiness starts with brew, we showed that in a successful marriage, happiness actually starts with two. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, the entry ID is 2245 and the brand is Oreo.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you just allow me to present my screen?
Okay.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. I'm good to go. You can start.
Okay.
You can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rachna Maitre here to present a case study on how Oreo help parents reconnect with their kids in this new normal world. Well, I can't believe this is like the second year where we are connecting virtually for this event, and this is almost becoming like a norm. I can't help but remember my first presentation at Emvies in the year 2014, where my nervousness had no boundaries and almost 100 people in the audience were paying attention to my presentation. There was so much of interaction, laughter, shout outs, there were reactions on people's faces, and that was the magic of personal attention. And the place where we need this the most is with our family, right? The playfulness, the teasing, watching a movie together, playing Ludo or Scrabble, where the whole family used to come together and spend playful time. But in this so-called hybrid world, device addiction has alienated the parents from engaging in physical activities with their kids. The same can be seen in all other aspects of our lives which have evolved too, such as dance classes, schools, office meetings, or connecting with our parents. Everything can be virtual now. In a world where the personal devices are making us disconnected and seriousness of adulthood is draining the fun out of everything, Oreo, a global brand with 100 plus years of legacy of sparking playful connections with loved ones, decided to step in, helping families to reconnect and have bonding moments together. Oreo wanted to elevate the stay playful narrative and translate its purpose into action with its all new #SayItWithOreo campaign. The core purpose of the campaign was to encourage disconnect to connect playfully with loved ones in a busy and device dependent world. So our task for media was to think of innovative use of tech and digital ecosystem to bring this idea to life and turn every digital interaction into playful interventions. We nudged the parents and turned every digital engagement, such as scrolling through Facebook, be it Insta, YouTube, or any blogs they are reading, into an opportunity to be playful and connect with their kids. But all this within the digital environment itself. To stay playful in this new normal world, the brand itself transformed its actual cookies into virtual avatars. Oreo launched alphabet embossed scannable cookies, nudging its audiences to scan, play, and repeat. A unique tech solution created to build playful connections with families. While most of the emerging techs you have seen so far today revolve around a pack or a QR code scan and only lead to one experience, here's a tech that got people to scan the cookies directly, and not just one, but multiple combinations of cookies, with each combination leading to a unique and playful experience. To bring the tech alive, we manifested our idea across telco, social, YouTube, news apps, etc. to turn every interaction into playful intervention. We partnered with telco giants like Jio and Paytm to recreate an engaging game with scannable cookies, letting parents and kids create word puzzles with Oreo cookie and enabling them to say it with Oreo. We flipped the regular and mundane news articles into playful pieces of content on InShots, TOI, and across Google Display Network. We leveraged tech in a manner that recreated physical cookies for people to experience the cookie and inspire playfulness around it, and created a website, oreoplay.in, featuring multiple games for people to engage further. So let me bring the campaign alive for you through this AV.
Oreo, a true global brand with 100 plus years of legacy, has always stood for the power of playful spirit to bring people together. In a world where personal devices are making us increasingly disconnected, Oreo wanted to trigger playfulness and spark joyful connections. In constant quest to find innovative ways to communicate and have fun, we launched our alphabet embossed cookies, encouraging consumers to take time out and indulge in quality playful time. This experience was unlocked by simply scanning an Oreo cookie. With the #SayItWithOreo campaign, Oreo elevated stay playful narrative and translated its purpose into action, merging tech and creativity into playful experiences, not just while consuming the cookie, but also otherwise on the digital ecosystem. Our idea was simple, yet effective. We turned every digital interaction into playful interventions. We flipped the regular news articles into playful pieces of content on InShots, TOI, and similar apps, where articles would change on its own into playful content. We also partnered with telco giant Jio and created an engaging game replicating embossed cookies into digital avatars, enabling users to create word puzzles with Oreo cookie. We also tied this back to gratification, plus collecting first-party data of consumers and leading them to sales. The website OreoPlay.in featured multiple games for people to engage with and stay playful. Overall, we manifested this idea and covered telco, social, YouTube, OTT, gaming, news apps, etc. to turn every interaction into playful interventions, staying true to the spirit of the brand of sparking playfulness. Post Say It With Oreo campaign, Oreo saw a significant inflection in household penetration for the year. With a plus 0.5% scale-up, we achieved the highest ever quarter for Oreo volumes. The campaign garnered a whopping 1.7 billion impressions, 42 million plus video views, and a VTR of 38% on YouTube, and engagement rate of 3.5% on social, both above industry benchmarks. BLS results showcased positive impact on brand awareness, with highest brand awareness uplift of 12.3% compared to competitors. There was a significant 8.8% uplift in message association. Say It With Oreo, with its unique campaign, triggered joyful family time with the help of media and tech for an immersive consumer experience on digital, thus staying true to its brand spirit of staying playful.
Hashtag Say It With Oreo campaign managed to move the needle on business and brand metrics with 0.5% scale up in household penetration, the highest ever quarter for Oreo volumes and penetration, and 8.8% uplift in message association. So, ladies and gentlemen, while the innovation was unique, it was rather challenging as well. We transformed the Oreo's ritual of twist, link, and dunk into scan, play, and repeat with our emerging tech of making edible cookies scannable. Thank you.
Thank you. Smita, you can announce the next present.
Yes, the next case study. Entry ID is 2280 and the brand is Jameson. Go to the presenter.
Hi, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
You can start. Your time starts now. All the best.
Sorry, I'm not able to see the screen. Just give me a moment, please.
No problem. Let me know once you're ready.
Yeah. Yes. Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So I'm good to start.
Okay. Your time starts now. All the best.
Good afternoon. I'm Akanksha Pawar, and I'm here to present the case study for Jameson, driving real-time efficiencies by capturing Jameson's football lovers. With 3.5 billion fans across the globe, the whole world can agree upon football being the most viewed sport in the world. With its combination of adrenaline-pumping excitement, tough competition, it's really no wonder it comes to the top. Jameson's strategic TG are the 25 to 35-year-old young lads from top metros and mini metros and are highly involved in football. The passion, energy, enthusiasm, and the pleasure associated with the game align well with Jameson's brand identity and values. To launch the digital-first film, we had two challenges in front of us. How do we own the football space and drive precision in targeting the football audiences, and to improve the brand perception scores through the new communication? No doubt that YouTube is the top online video platform with 467 highly engaged users from India. We could drive scale for the campaign, but traditional ad targeting on YouTube has certain barriers. Broadly speaking, ad targeting methods on YouTube are limited to demographics, interests, affinities, topics, and keywords. These traditional methods fail to ensure precise targeting of ads to the right people at the right time in the right context. To drive precision and overcome targeting challenges on YouTube, we led the YouTube campaign with artificial intelligence. We used Mirror's AI technology that could detect context in video content to serve contextually relevant ads right at the time when users are most likely to engage with the ads, that too without disrupting their experience. Fans associate football with their biggest players and their most favorite clubs. It's a game of passion and emotions. We leveraged this insight and identified the most popular football players, legends, and the greatest football stars. To bring scale to the activity, we also earmarked the top football clubs and all the jerseys. AI technology detects multiple context triggers across the platform to hyper-contextual ads for precise targeting. Various trigger points are identified and the data contexts are fed into the system to identify faces, logos, and objects. These contexts are then passed through the universe where relevant videos are tagged. Once the user starts to watch the contextually relevant video, the ad gets triggered. We got the brief, we understood the challenge. The next step was to bring the campaign to life. On YouTube, we implemented artificial intelligence mirrors technology, where we identified 13 million potential audience base. Additionally, to create resonance, we also leveraged Sony Live as the biggest destination for football. So on Sony Live, so the globally largest football championships was being hosted, which was the UEFA. We monetized UEFA champions, where we planned and executed customized video on demand property called Jameson's Smoothest Goals. Along with this, Jameson customized content was also published every week with a permanent content tray where top football content and top goals during the league were also featured in the property. The campaign received accolades and appreciation not just from brand and media teams, but it was also appreciated globally across Pernod Ricard. I would now like to show you a brief video about the campaign.
Football is a key passion point for the Jameson strategic consumers in India. So, in A22, we leveraged this passion point by chasing 2 high-impact media campaigns through disruptive innovations. On YouTube, we leveraged artificial intelligence-powered video recognition technology to serve our communication on content that featured footballers and football clubs that our strategic consumers follow. So, if Messi scoring that incredible goal was being watched by our Indian lads, the Jameson communication was served with it. Our second campaign was a Jameson customized video-on-demand property called Jameson's Smoothest Goals, a 5-month-long campaign on Sony Live, which featured the smoothest goals from across the biggest leagues, including the Champions League. Not only was a new Jameson customized content published every week, but we also had a permanent content tray on India's biggest OTT for football content. The results were as smooth as our triple distilled whiskey. Most importantly, we had an incredible plus 4.1 lift in brand awareness through the campaign to football conversations. Jameson was always in the mix because, as you all know, we are always in to mix in.
As you saw in the video, the campaign was a major success and we received some fantastic results. Brand lift study found the relative lift of 4.1%, indicating great brand perception. Out of a 13 million potential audience pool, we reached out to 77% at 10 million unique audiences on YouTube and 55% of football watching audiences on Sony Live out of a 20 million viewership on the UEFA. Over 30 million impressions were served on YouTube with a 0.55 CTR, which was 2.2 times higher than that of the industry average. The 20 seconds ad got an encouraging VTR of 37% and 15 seconds was extremely high, unheard of, a 91% VTR. That's all for Jameson. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to the next presentation and the last presentation of this category. The entry ID is 2255 and the brand is L'Oreal India.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. And is the screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready to start.
Yeah, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. Hello and good evening. I'm Ankita Acharya and I'm here to present to you the Maybelline New York campaign, Wake Up, Makeup. I'm sorry, it's not moving ahead. Can we start over?
Sure.
I'll just reshare my screen. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you can start. Your time starts.
Hi and good evening. I'm Ankita Acharya and I'm here to present the Maybelline New York campaign, Wake Up, Makeup. Looks familiar? The year was 2019 and who knew that a few words on the screen could change our lives forever? But for millions like me who were just entering the workforce, this was a bigger dampener. You ask why? Because I was so excited to finally purchase some makeup products, experiment with lip shades, maybe even buy myself a lovely pantsuit. But here I was instead sitting at home and investing in pajamas. A nationwide lockdown had been imposed and people had to sit at home. Before we realized it, we had become addicts, screen addicts. Instead of stepping out for family dinners, we invited Swiggy and Zomato into our homes. Without trial rooms at malls, we got to improving the revenue of the likes of Myntra and Amazon. When viewing movies on the big screen was not an option, we settled for literally any screen we could find. And instead of planning for bowling and drinks outside, we found a way to celebrate over a Zoom call. Switching on the front camera became almost second nature to us, a necessary evil that was with us everywhere, personal and professional. And for some of us, especially women, the pandemic had another effect. We had forgotten how to dress up. We didn't realize why we even needed makeup in the first place. It almost seemed frivolous to think about it. With our new outfits of pajamas with shirts, we had moved to a rather lethargic way of functioning entirely through our screens. We made do with whatever we could find because dressing up just wasn't a priority for us anymore. The pandemic had completely changed the makeup usage behavior. Think about it. How often did you open your makeup drawer during the pandemic? But then, 2 years later, came our ray of hope, 2021. The world opened and slowly we got back to the new normal. But one thing that remained constant was our addiction to the screen. We were now wired to carry our phones with us wherever we went. Do you remember the last time you stepped out without your phone? Because I sure don't. So the consumers were now completely comfortable in the online world. They had grown comfortable shopping for everything online, everything except for makeup. And who could blame them? I myself found it so difficult to purchase makeup products online. So when I was asked to work on the Maybelline New York account, I knew that I had to do something that could convince me first before I convinced millions of others to purchase makeup online. But what? So I started with some consumer research. Studies showed that the time spent on screens had increased by 25% compared to earlier. We also understood that there were certain key challenges that the once makeup consumer faced today. 1, fewer occasions to use makeup leading to lower usage. 2, a high dependency on the offline beauty stores. And 3, a category problem of no returns. So we realized that the once makeup consumer needed a nudge to get back to doing what she loved the most. So how could we give consumers the confidence to shop online for a category that did not allow returns? How could we reignite the desire to glam up with makeup? And how could we get Maybelline to be the trusted brand to help them step back into the world with confidence? So we came up with a technology-led, mobile-first big idea, Wake Up Makeup, a means to virtually try on makeup using augmented reality. An interactive campaign targeted at women like me who wanted to go out, they wanted to look their best, but they were just holding themselves back. So we worked with a tech partner called Canvas to pre-curate a few looks, especially for Maybelline New York, and used AR to help users see how these looks would suit them. We leveraged the existing user behavior of scrolling endlessly through mobile phones and switching on the front cameras to give them a fully immersive experience by taking makeup to them. So whether they wanted to just glam up for the sake of it, or they wanted to look pretty for a date night, or maybe strike a powerful Monday pose, Maybelline had got them covered. So let me show you how the whole thing worked out.
COVID-19 pandemic brought the whole world to a standstill, with nationwide lockdowns being imposed. People were confined to their homes and were forced to adapt to the new norm. Everything around us changed. The new window to the world was now the mobile screen, with classes and office meetings being held online. Then came the year 2021. People stepped into the post-pandemic era and carried with them the luggage of the past. The pandemic had changed the landscape of the Indian consumers. However, one thing that remained constant was the window, the mobile screen. Maybelline, with its consumer-centric approach, was quick to understand the new dynamics, and our big idea was built around the fact that the average time spent on mobile phones had increased by 25%. So we thought of bringing makeup at the consumer's fingertips. We created an augmented reality communication platform that gave users an innovative and fun experience to try on makeup virtually. So how did this technology work? As soon as the consumers clicked on our ads, they were presented with 3 options. Once the consumer selected any one of these options, the front camera of their phone got activated, and they were able to see themselves with makeup on using augmented reality filters and virtual reality. The consumers were able to play around with different looks that they could get using Maybelline products, and at the same time were able to shop for that particular look at the touch of a button. Wake Up Makeup was a huge success. It achieved tremendous results with 10 million impressions, 5.8 million unique consumers, and 92,000 plus engagements. With this, Wake Up Makeup reignited the interest to walk out in our best.
The campaign garnered great results, reaching almost 6 million women, including me, who now had the confidence and conviction to buy makeup online. A huge success, the campaign was in a way responsible for India to wake up to makeup. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're moving to the next category.
Yeah.
Best integrated campaign, consumer products, beverages and drinks. And the duration will be 10 minutes per presentation. Starting with the first case study, the entry ID is 3412. The brand is Boost.
Hello, good afternoon. I'll just present my screen. 1 second. Can you guys see my screen?
It's just a blank screen, black screen.
Yeah. All right. I'm good to go. We can start. 1 second. All right. Good to go.
Okay, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Hi, Jury. I'm Shubham, and I'm here to present the case of Boost's Game Stamina. In India, we have a classic saying, जो दिखता है वही बिकता है. और इंडिया में अगर शाहरुख खान से ज्यादा कुछ बिकता है तो वो है शायद क्रिकेट. From our Netflix to Nookers, cricket in India is literally omnipresent. It's everywhere all the time. In fact, if we want to know anything about Indian cricket at any point of time, all we need to do is simply a Google search, right? So why don't we try that out? Give me a moment. Let's search for Indian cricketers. All right, here we are. We get to see some live match updates, some Wikipedia snippets, some news around KL Rahul, Venkatesh Prasad. Okay, moving on to page 2. We get to see some social media handles, some more news, some photos of current and ex-Indian cricketers. Okay, page 3. Do you see something off? None of the search results that we have scrolled through so far talk about India's women cricketers who happen to be currently playing a World Cup. And Julie, this problem was not just with Google. We tried this search pattern across platforms, on YouTube, on Instagram, and we even asked the same question to a ChatGPT. But the results were stark. Only 3 out of 100 plus search results reflected women cricketers. Why this discrimination? Why is it that our women cricketers barely get any visibility compared to our massive obsession with India's men's cricketers? Well, the problem is deep-rooted. Culturally, structurally, and because of our systematic failures, cricket's gender disparity ensures that 40% of young girls drop out of playing cricket in their teenage years itself. Why? Because we keep alienating girls from cricket. Even when time and again our women heroes have proved that they are as good or even sometimes even better than their male counterparts. And we are all to blame for this discrimination. Individuals, institutions, and even brands. For example, our brand Boost too has been a culprit in this regard. Even though young girls make up for about 38% of all our consumers, our iconic mainline communication, Boost is the secret of my energy, has always been edged by our men cricketers. While Boost is a category leader in the south of India, in 2020, the brand wanted to increase penetration by entering the north and west markets. And at that time, we started realizing that our narrative needed a desperate change. It had to become inclusive of young girls who want to play cricket, or young girls who want to support their women cricketers, or are simply fans of the sport. We realized that it was time to show the cricketing world, game ladke ya ladkiyon ka nahi, game stamina ka hota hai. But to be able to strengthen the relevance of Boost stamina messaging, we had to first understand the spaces where young girls were actually having some fun. Well, they are having some fun with short video apps and social media, where they're able to express themselves, challenge certain status quos, and continuously be able to experiment via AR, VR, or other new immersive technologies. Also, very interestingly, data shows that Indian kids have one main reason to be on the internet, and that is gaming. In their gaming worlds, kids today are forming their ideas of the future. They are forging new friendships, and they're building future-forward inclusive communities. So it was a no-brainer for us. That's where Boost launched Game Stamina. Our movement against
Boost noticed.
Really sorry about that. Our movement against cricket's gender norms. And this is how we brought this movement alive across touch points of where our audiences are spending most of their time.
Boost noticed that India's crazy fanfare for men's cricket didn't even exist when it comes to women's cricket. It was time to challenge the status quo and let our women champion the stamina narrative. To inspire the next generation of women cricketers, we kicked off the Game Stamina Car movement. Realizing our desired TG is either gaming on their phone or spending the rest of their time on social media. During the Women's World Cup 2022, Boost partnered with World Cricket Championship 3 to introduce the first ever women-centric gameplay in the world of cricket, where gamers played as the Indian women's team against any international men's team.
Never gonna stop.
Also, a real-time meter measured the player's stamina and gave the gamers a special ability to boost it too. To no one's surprise, the gaming community was blown away on India's biggest short video apps, Instagram Reels and MX Takata. We harnessed the power of augmented reality to help Indian women showcase their cricketing prowess. The stamina movement was led by the likes of Smriti Mandhana, Shefali Verma and Jemima Rodrigues, who inspired thousands of young women.
Never gonna stop.
But not just on social, we activated the movement at India's flagship Women's T20 tournament. We measured each player's stamina score in real time and celebrated standout performers as the Boost Stamina Star of the match. From gaming to on-ground to social media, cricket is no more just a gentleman's game. It's the game of stamina.
Amongst all the results for the campaign, what really mattered and stood out for us was that 56% of our audience resonated with our inclusive messaging. And that led to an unprecedented 4x increase in female registrations on WCC3 for the first time ever. And not just that, on social media, our AR experience led to over 25,000 UGC videos flooding MX Takata and Instagram Reels. That which garnered in total over 1.14 billion plus views. Well, we displayed how women in cricket are equally capable and important as men. But jury, I think you will all agree with me when I say that a movement can't just be one campaign. So moving forward, for starters, let's tune in to our World Cup semi-final against Australia today at 6:30 p.m. and keep bleeding blue for our women cricket. Thank you.
Thank you, Shubham.
Thank you. Next presentation, the entry ID is 3424 and the brand is Boost Stamina Meter.
Just give me a second. Huh?
Yeah, no problem.
Go out. Just a second.
No problem.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. There are no floaters around, right? No gray screen.
No floaters. Everything is clear. Are you ready?
Just give me a second. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Your time starts now. All the best.
Good afternoon, Jody. आपने पठान को देख लिया है, अब टाइगर की बारी है. Boost is the secret of my energy. As a kid from the 90s, this line has been etched in my, or rather our minds, by a milk food drink brand. Boost has owned the world of cricket by associating with legends like Kapil Dev, Sachin, Dhoni, and Virat Kohli. As the market leader in southern India, Boost decided to expand its reach across the northern and western regions in 2020. But by leveraging its current communication or proposition of 3x stamina. Through our research, we came across a very interesting insight that while there are multiple performance ratings across the sporting ecosystem, globally, no sport, no broadcaster, no brand quantifies the most crucial aspect in the world of sports, stamina. We leverage this opportunity to introduce a new, unique tech-based product using artificial intelligence and machine learning
to create a metric in the world of sports. We called it the Boost Stamina Meter. A never done before rating system that would rank players on the basis of their stamina displayed on field in real time. Of course, data analysis was at the core of this ranking system. To begin, let's have a look at the data product.
Sports is entertaining because it has always had a way to measure success, speed, strength, distance, and a lot more. Apart from the one that keeps every legend going, stamina. Introducing the Boost Stamina Meter, an algorithm with 30 plus data points like running between the wickets, time spent on crease, bowler run-up, pace of delivery, diving catches, and more. Players were segmented as for batsman, bowler, or all-rounders. And based on their live performance, every player was assigned with a unique stamina score. The Boost Stamina Meter made its first appearance at the Indian Premier League, the Super Bowl of India. Stamina scores of 184 players were displayed in real time. Leading commentators and experts reiterated the impact of stamina on a game. Fans were hooked on to insights behind competitive stamina scores. Key moments during the game were leveraged through 500 plus contextual creatives. Boost Stamina Meter built a one-stop destination for all things stamina. Boost Stamina Meter created an answer to a very important question in the world of sports. What's your stamina score?
The response to this campaign has been overwhelming. From multiple awards to being invited by the prestigious Oxford University to present this case to a class of machine learning students was unbelievable. What started as a one-year campaign showcased immense potential to now become a sustainable property. We went into the depth of data with men's IPL. But to make Boost Stamina Meter a robust, scalable product and refine this model, it was time to explore the width to which Stamina Meter could be integrated in cricket. Meanwhile, Boost was moving towards making their communication of stamina more diverse and inclusive. We just saw that. From this thought, two campaigns were born. For men's cricket, game छोटे बड़े ground का नहीं, stamina का होता है, was the communication. And for women's cricket, it was game लड़के लड़कियों का नहीं, stamina का होता है. To take this communication forward, the four key properties across different mediums that stood out for us were IPL, a space where we were already present, but needed to gain visibility with scale on TV. Tamil Nadu Premier League, the biggest regional league for our aspiring audience, who's always inspired by stamina stories of budding cricketers from their state talking their language. Women's T20, the new it thing, was seeing a spike after the World Cup last year as more people started taking an active interest in the game. And lastly, consumer studies showed that kids are playing cricket games more than watching cricket. Thus, we associated with World Cricket Championship 3, the most downloaded cricket game in the world, with 800,000 active users every day. However, the Boost Stamina Meter had to adapt and evolve with these varied platforms. Between men and women's cricket, we had to simulate multiple player performances to test our output and reduce bias. Using historical data, we created a standardized rating metric to evaluate performance. Using chi-square tests, we minimized duplication of data across regional and national league players because there were some common who were playing in the IPL as well as in the TNPL. Across all three leagues, we recognized predictors for our identified stamina meter through regression modeling and analyzed edge case scenarios to validate boundary conditions and overall functions. Now, what does that mean? It's too complex, right? So nothing else, but basically we segmented the players basis their batting, bowling, and fielding performances, and we put criteria to that, which were equated amongst all the three leagues. In gaming, the data was deployed every 2 seconds using push delivery based APIs. It was a first of its kind live data feed integration, wherein live performances of players would impact the performances of their avatars in a cricket video game. In the process of doing this, we realized something. What started off as a data metric just to create relevance for our brand messaging quickly turned into a medium that carries the brand purpose. How? Let's have a look.
Data are just summaries of thousands of stories. Tell a few of those stories to help make the data meaningful. Boost Stamina Meter, a data model designed to quantify stamina, has grown to become a keeper of stamina stories.
He batted throughout the inning, 120 balls, and then he's come out and he's been on the field for the next 17 overs as well.
Stories of some of the best cricketing talent in the country today. From men to women. From national stars to regional prodigies. From moments to milestones. From the glorious world of on-ground cricket to the ferocious world of online gaming. We ensured that in a world where data is used to set people apart, we use data to unite everyone. Under one metric, one common factor, one equalizer that aims to change sporting success stories for future generations. One word, stamina.
Fascinating, isn't it? The Boost Stamina Meter became the ultimate equalizer in the world of cricket because it leveled the playing field across all platforms. It didn't matter if you were a seasoned player or a newcomer, a male or female, from north or south of India. The only thing that mattered was your stamina performance on field. To sum it up, the results were great, and our journey with the Boost Stamina Meter has been one of discovery, innovation, and growth. Also, the same way, stamina is a quotient that needs to be worked on every single day for it to get better. Our tool that quantifies stamina meter never sleeps and constantly calculates scores at the back end every day. So every time someone out there picks up a bat, we get one step closer to redefining the word we love the most, stamina. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, the next presentation, entry ID is 3415. The brand is Brook Brown 3 Roses. Over to the presenter.
Are you all able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Can we start now?
Yeah, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. Hello, members of the jury. I'm Pratik, and I'm here to tell you the story of how 3 Roses brought the people of Tamil Nadu together over a cup of tea. Home to over 22 dialects, 1,000 varieties of cuisines, a mixture of terrains from mountains to beaches, a melting pot of traditions and culture, Tamil Nadu is one of the most diverse states in India. And the 2 things that unite the diverse state of Tamil Nadu are their tea time and their team time. Generations of Tamilians have made 3 Roses their favorite tea, and with the start of the IPL, Chennai Super Kings became their favorite topic of conversation over tea. Over the years, both of them have become a symbol of the cultural unity of Tamil Nadu, making them the biggest brands in Tamil Nadu. But in 2022, discontentment over the new team But in 2022, discontentment over the new team and the new captain had divided our fans, as they were conflicted on how to feel about these new changes. Let's hear what some of them had to say.
over for us. CSK is not the same anymore, Anna.
Hey, what kind of team are they making?
CSK's overconfidence will take them down this year. You see, you mark my words, they're not winning the league this year. CSK is coming for you, macha. You just wait.
Ayo, let's give them a chance.
So while our fans continued to unite over tea time, they were divided on their opinions about their favorite team. News channels and publications hopped onto these conversations as they spinned on to social media. Brookborn Three Roses took this opportunity to activate our purpose of bringing people together, as we believe that conversations over a cup of tea can resolve differences. And so we decided to influence over 40 million fans of CSK online, bringing back the love for their favorite team over their favorite tea. Now, to influence Tamil Nadu at such scale, we wanted to activate the biggest influencer in Tamil Nadu. Any guesses who it is? While you might think it's Rajnikant, the answer will come as a surprise to you because it's Brookborn Three Roses. Yes, with 90% market share in Tamil Nadu, we are the biggest voice in the state, influencing millions of conversations over a cup every day. Let us show you how we influence Tamil Nadu through a one-of-a-kind integrated influencer campaign. To ensure we reached fans across generations, our integrated approach went beyond social media and launched the campaign through 3 films which were released on TV. In order to change the image of the new players, candid conversations with them were shared on YouTube, as popular influencers joined the conversation over the course of the campaign. Let me show you how we brought this whole thing to life.
3 generations of Tamilians come together over 2 things: their tea time, their team time. When Tamil Nadu was getting divided over their team,
Batting pitch, fielding choose போட்டிருக்காரு. என்னத்த ஆட போறாங்களோ?
டீ எப்படி இருக்கு?
இது என்ன கேள்வி? நிறம் சுவை திடம் நல்லா இருந்தா டீ பெர்ஃபெக்ட்டா தான இருக்கும்.
அதே மாதிரி பேட்டிங் பவுலிங் ஃபீல்டிங் நல்லா இருந்தா பிட்ச் எப்படி இருந்தா
Brookborn Three Roses activated the influencing power of tea time to remind Tamil Nadu about their love for their favorite color. It reunited them with the taste of fandom and reinstilled their belief in the strength of togetherness. Three Roses activated its purpose across touchpoints where discontent around CSK was highest. Mood-warming TV spots calmed down nerves on prime time.
சக்கரை முன்னாடி போடுறோமோ இல்ல பின்னாடி போடுறோமோ நம்மளோட த்ரீ ரோசஸ் டீ எப்பவுமே ஸ்வீட் அண்ட் டெலிஷியஸ் தானே.
Content creators and celebrity CSK fans urged for fan support on social media, while we built relatability of the new CSK players with their fans over conversations over tea on YouTube and CSK fan channels, as we influenced millions of conversations across touchpoints wherever fans were. This integrated approach rekindled the togetherness spirit as Tamil Nadu was sweetly reminded. இது நம்ம team.
We cannot hear from the results page.
No issues. I will recap the results for you.
All right.
Just let me know if you can hear this. You can hear my voice, right? I'll just I'll tell you about it.
Only from the results we cannot hear that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It seems my laptop has hung. Just give me 30 seconds.
No problem. I paused your time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Smita, not yet done.
Okay, sorry.
So, are there any more?
Yes, I mean, the presentation is not yet done. After this, we have 2 more.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I have a hard stop in 10 minutes. So can I, if it's still continuing, can I have an access to the video after?
Sure, sir. We can do that.
Sure. I'm really sorry, okay, but I have a real hard stop.
Sure, sir. No problem.
Thank you very much.
See my screen now?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Great. Okay. So recapping the results, the campaign garnered over 72 million views as we engaged 220K CSK fans online. The TVC reached 20 million households during the IPL as brand saliency scores shot up by 205 basis points after the campaign. As we influenced millions of conversations, the campaign did more than just bring our fans together. It rekindles their passion for the sport and the team by reminding them that this is our team and this is our team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pratik. Smita, you can announce the next presenter.
Hello.
Next presentation, the entry ID is 3416. Hello.
Acha, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Sorry. The entry ID is 3416 and the brand is GCMFF Amul. Over to presenter.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Just give me a second, please. Yeah. Let me know if I can start.
Yes, you can start. Your time starts now. All the best.
Great. Good afternoon to all of you. What I'm going to take you through now is a series of unmedia-like offbeat media interventions that we put together for brand Amul, celebrating 75 years of milk in progress. And in doing so, let's take a look at this piece of work.
मेरो देश दूधो नवे मेघा दूध दूध बरसावे साल होया पूरा है 75 रे मेरो देश बन गयो है बेहतर रे लाए तकनीकी बौछार 700 आविष्कार हो गए आधुनिक घर बार देखो देखो रे स्त्रियों को स्वाधीन बनाए दुनिया भर में नाम कमाए साल होया पूरा है 75 रे मेरो देश बन गयो है बेहतर रे मेरो
Amul, the movement that got milk to the common man and also made it affordable. In fact, what has the brand not done for this country? Whether it was conceptualizing Operation Flood and giving us plenty of milk, empowering women farmers and giving them financial independence, making India a formidable player in the global dairy brand, and putting us up there on that map, accelerating India's contribution in world milk production from 7% to 22% today. That's a fair representation. In fact, 75 years is really a momentous occasion for a brand that stood the test of time. This was not just any corporate milestone. It was celebration of a cooperative movement called Amul. But at a time when COVID was looming large, was the consumer really interested in a corporate milestone communication with a health crisis at hand? What worried the consumer was safety and hygiene. What worried the consumer was the quality of products that came into the house. But Amul, you see, is a much-loved brand and part of every household, stood for taste, purity, and value. This was our opportunity to put all consumer concerns at rest, reinforce credence and assurance in a brand that stood the test of time. Like any other corporate milestone communication, we could have done everything that has been done to death in a corporate milestone communication. Expensive TVC, spending crores of rupees across platforms, full pages, half pages, widespread, center spreads, you name it, and that would have been possible. Extravagant corporate summits, large hoardings, which would have gotten missed in the next 2 days. Influencers, honchos in panel discussions, which are so boring. All of these were possible, but we decided to think differently. Our media strategy was to be prudent and meticulous, zeroing down on media opportunities prudently because we had to keep an A/S ratio intact as well. The consumer would be at the heart of our decisions. We had to be agile in thinking, offbeat, hard to miss media interventions at scale, ensuring surround for the brand as well. In short, we had to pull all stops. The first media decision that we took in this was, instead of a regular 30-second commercial, we roped in News 18 network to seed in a zillion stories on Amul and talk to KOLs, the key opinion leaders. Stories on topicals, the hero farmers, men behind Amul, milestones, our products, purity, processes, factories, everything over 75 days and 21 channels, creating 30 lakh seconds at a fraction of a cost of any normal campaign. The next decision that we took was, we were wondering if these corporate milestone campaigns really talk to kids at all, and pretty much the same old TVCs run even on kiddie channels. But we actually decided to reach out to them in a custom-made content piece in a language they understood the most, animation. And we placed this across kiddie platforms, wooing the kids as well. The next media decision that we took was, there would be no boring full pages like any other corporate communication plan. In fact, we tipped Times of India to pull out as many archive news that they could from their archives dated back to 1970s, when Operation Flood came into existence, sequentially revealing the story across a series of placements in Times of India, whether it was Amul's dairy movement, modernizing dairy, Operation Flood, or even the legacy of Amul was revealed in this unique integration. Even Times of India would not have thought of an idea like this. The fourth media decision that we took was when we started wondering what happens on social media with these campaigns. Again, do they run the same corporate TVC and just do posts which are done with a lot of money spent on them? Well, we leveraged the power of storytelling on Facebook, sequentially revealing the story over 75 posts in 75 days, almost like a movie reel to the consumer. Whether it was Sardar Patel's involvement, how Polson Dairy was pushed out of the way from the country, or seeding in our own dairies and giving us the situation of milk plenty. All of this created a wow effect for the consumer who was watching us on social media as well. The fifth media decision was when we decided that there would definitely not be any influencer bandwagon for us. No honchos talking, and none of that would happen for this campaign at least. That's when we decided that we would request Amit Shah to inaugurate Amul 75-year stamp in a unique association and a unique press conference in Anand itself. Media lapped up this news and created massive PR around our association, talking about Amul 75 years in a big way. The last decision that we took was that we decided that we would do away with the drudgery and monotony of summits and seminars and all that boring stuff which nobody's really interested in. And we also thought that most of these corporate communications don't really talk to the youth, that is, they're not youth inclusive. And that's when we decided to touch base with the youth in a place where they would most be found, sports. That's when we seeded in a series of cyclothons across 70 cities, ensuring 10 lakh people participated, celebrating this very momentous occasion with us, 75 years. Let's take a look at some of the work done. Well, if you think carefully, this is a stellar example of frugal marketing, of how a brand can think in times of turmoil, keep the consumer at the center, and seed multimedia surround and talkability at a fraction of the cost. None of these were run-of-the-mill corporate campaigns, no extravagant budgets, well thought, prudently executed, and meticulously put together at scale. In fact, any amount of praise for a brand of this stature is not enough. Any amount of offbeat innovations will not be able to talk about the scale of this brand. But we managed to put together a multimedia effort at scale in an unmedia-like manner, seeding in trust and assurance and legacy at a time when it was most required to be communicated to the consumer. Branded content created at a fraction of a cost. Social media buzz for 75 days straight. 30 lakh seconds of content on TV. Our archival print flaps got us 2.5 crore readers at any point in time. Most trusted brand by YouGov. Top 10 strongest dairy brand finance PLC. And we are the buzziest brand today, 3 years straight, even this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please announce the next presentation.
Yeah, the next presentation. Entry ID is 3422 and the brand is Thumbs Up.
Hi, Smita. Just give us like 5 seconds. We are projecting.
Sure.
Can you? Camera is not on. Start the video. 1 second. 1 second. Where is that? You have to put it in the presenter mode. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. You let us know. We are good to start.
Yeah, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. तूफान वही जो सब पलट दे और अगले 10 मिनट में मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी कि कैसे हमने सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक इंडस्ट्री का नक्शा ही बदल दिया. Sorry, my clicker is stuck. I'll have to like reshare. Just start my time again. No, please. Sorry, Smita.
No problem.
It's stuck. Technology is not my best friend in these Emvies. Yeah, much better. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Let me know when my time you're restarting my time.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. तूफान वही जो सब पलट दे और अगले 10 मिनट में मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी कि कैसे हमने सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक इंडस्ट्री का नक्शा बदल दिया. बहुत दिनों बाद गर्मी पड़ी ऐसी बिना कोविड वाली एंड वी गॉट अ ब्रीफ कि मीडिया प्लान नहीं बनाना पर इंडस्ट्री में ना तूफान लाना है. तो ज्यूरी मेंबर्स एंड ऑल माय मीडिया फ्रेंड्स अपनी ना कुर्सी की पेटी बांध लीजिए क्योंकि तूफान आने वाला है. This story is as old as marketing, that summers is the battleground for soft drink giants because 60% of category consumption happens during summer. But due to the pandemic, the last 2 summers were very badly hit. The soft drink category saw a significant decline in total volume. और ना इस decline से Thumbs Up भी immune नहीं था, and the brand saw a drop in both sales and penetration. Boss, now was the time to unleash a move that was stronger, bolder, and तूफानी. और जब ब्रीफ ऐसा हो ना तो मीडियम्स के नाम सुनाई नहीं देते, सिर्फ ललकार होती है, तूफान की ललकार. हमारी तूफानी एंट्री हुई with मेगा स्टार्स शाहरुख खान एंड विजय देवरकोंडा से, क्योंकि स्ट्रॉन्ग टेस्ट को स्ट्रॉन्ग पर्सनालिटी भी चाहिए. In the summer of 2022, Thumbs Up launched its soft drink nahi Tufan campaign with a name to position its strong taste. This campaign just disrupted the entire DNA of the category, moving the narrative from soft to Tufan. अब ना तूफान को रोकना तो मुश्किल ही नहीं, बॉस नामुमकिन है. This तूफान came and made its presence felt across. तूफान का पहला झटका आया बड़े पर्दे पर. With this campaign, we broke away from the regular planning principles of balancing reach, frequency, and efficiency and chased only one goal: Tufani shows, and or Tufani shows. We delivered 8.1 billion impressions in a span of 6 weeks. तूफान सीधा बड़े पर्दे से निकलकर फिर पहुंचा मोबाइल स्क्रीन पे. On short format video platforms like ShareChat, we leverage elements that tie together vernacular, interactive, and shareability elements. We did the first ever vernacular custom stickers, first ever pin posts, and shareable cards. The activity garnered 11 billion plus impressions and over 4 million downloads for stickers. On Moj, we did a Reel Remix challenge with SRK and Vijay. Hashtag Thumbs Up Strong organically started trending and garnered over 12 billion plus views. Yes, you heard that right. 12 billion plus views, which is 78% higher than the average benchmark. This kind of high-level engagement on short video format ensured that the Tufan had now reached across tier 2 and tier 3 towns. और अब इस तूफान को कौन रोके? ये तो पहुंच गया सड़कों पे with life-size hoardings of Vijay and SRK. और फिर तूफान ने आपके दरवाजे पे दस्तक दी और उस दिन की हेडलाइंस ही पलट दी. But तूफान didn't stop there. It created ripples across e-commerce platforms as well through high visibility assets like Hero Fader, Star Banners and Category Banners. अब हम आपको इस तूफान की ना झलक दिखाते हैं।
ये कहानी सॉफ्ट नहीं, तूफानी है। तो कुर्सी की पेटी बांध लीजिए, मौसम बिगड़ने वाला है। थम्स अप स्ट्रॉन्ग टेस्ट इज मेंट टू बी सक लौंडा, जो बड़े पर्दे पे बैठे हीरो से एस्पायर होता है, उसकी पर्सनालिटी को इमिटेट करता है और ये मानता है कि वो बनेगा हीरो ऑफ हिज ओन लाइफ। ऐसे ही यंग एस्पायरिंग छोटे बड़े शहरों वाले लड़कों को थम्स अप ने किया टारगेट। मार्केट वाज बिजी विद सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक्स। डिस्ट्रप्शन के लिए कुछ बड़ा, कुछ स्ट्रॉन्ग हीरो टाइप करना था, जो सिर्फ ब्रांड को नहीं बल्कि हमारे लड़के को भी हीरो बनाए। देश के दो सबसे बड़े हीरोज के साथ साथ मिलाया, शाहरुख खान और विजय देवरकोंडा ने मिलकर तूफान मचाया। लेकिन यूपी इज डिफिकल्ट टू एंटर, क्योंकि यहाँ है मीडिया की लिमिटेशन और एपीटी चलती है तेलुगु से। टिकटॉक जैसा कंटेंट ब्लॉकबस्टर है इन मार्केट्स में, और इनोवेशन जब तक अलग नहीं तब तक तूफान ही नहीं। ऐसे वर्नाकुलर, हाईली एंगेज्ड रीजनल ऑडियंस के लिए हमने बनाई एक ब्लॉकबस्टर मूवी, जिसमें टीवी का एक्शन, आउटडोर की चमक, प्रिंट का ड्रामा, डिजिटल का रोमांस और मोबाइल की कॉन्स्पिरेसी थी। पर्दा खुलता है एक्शन पैक टीवी इंप्रेशंस के स्टंट से, लेवरेजिंग टॉप जीईसी शोज, इम्पैक्ट प्रॉपर्टीज एंड मूवी प्रीमियर। न्यूज आर्टिकल पहुंचे शहर शहर। हीरो को लॉन्च करने के लिए पर्दा बड़ा होना चाहिए। We innovated in OOH to announce Vijay Devarkonda's Tufani partnership. Every nook and corner of the city had billboards put out with the faces of our two heroes. An innovative reel remix challenge, जो सिर्फ हमारे कंज्यूमर ने नहीं, सेलेब्स ने भी किया। For the first time ever, innovative multilingual stickers were created. Interactive polls और brand videos ने #soft drink नहीं, तूफान के मैसेजेस का बढ़ाया रिकॉल। हीरो तब बनते हैं जब विलन मार खाता है। The results were phenomenal and made historic records. Thumbs Up witnessed highest growth of 25% versus last year, 300 million units cases sold. Thumbs Up became the fastest growing brand globally, contributed 47% to the over CCI growth. In India, we gained 100 BPS in market share. UP gained 200 BPS in market share. APT gained 150 BPS in market share. और ऐसे ही हम तूफान ले आए समर्स में।
This campaign not only changed the narrative of soft drink conversations in the country, but also registered Tufani business gains. Thumbs Up became the fastest growing brand globally, making significant contribution to overall company sales. Finally, jury, इस तूफान ने समर ऑफ 2022 में कोला कैटेगरी को ही पलट दिया। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you.
Jury members, we have shared a Google form on WhatsApp group with you. Kindly please vote for the best case study presentation of the day.
So, Kavita, we are done with the presentations, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, jury members. I hope you had a good time.
Sir,
yes.
Thank you, everybody. So,
Thanks. This concludes our jury session. Any comments? Anybody wants to make specific remarks? Anything? Any jury member want to say something?
Bipin, this was quite well organized, and with all the presenters came with they prepared for the pitch.
Okay.
Few of them I saw the excitement on the go, and the entries were also quite different. So we
Okay.
really enjoyed the time. I think it's well spent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it was very well organized, Pipin, and also the entries this time were quite focused and easy to go through. Thanks a lot.
Wonderful. That's good to know. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Vipin. Thanks, everyone from the team for setting this up. It's always very enjoyable to judge all the entries. Thanks once again. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vipin. Thanks, everyone, for giving this opportunity. I think some really good learnings out here. And I think there's a lot of focus on the impact it created, which is really great to see, because sometimes you just tend to flow a lot with the creativity and you don't bother much about the numerical statistical analysis of what impact that created. So I think that was very well covered in most of the pitches. So I think great job done.
Thank you, Mohit. Thank you. Good to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Subin here. Enjoyed the session. It was wonderful to be part of this jury.
Thank you. Subin, I hope you enjoyed the experience.
It was wonderful. And I hope to come back someday.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Vipin, Amit Shah here. Lovely to be part of the jury again for the second year. And very nice case studies and an enjoyable experience at large. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Your comments mean a lot to us. Thank you very much. So